Well, you were right, Steve, for the wrong reasons, but you were right. I mean, it is a big story.
It's a big story now, huh?
That's not really. Once again, the cover-up is worse than the crime. The story, if they just run and just left it on Twitter, it'd be gone. It'd basically be gone now. People would still, but that wouldn't really matter. It's now turned into 50 times bigger than it would have ever been because Twitter is so fucking stupid to block this story that most people don't even fucking understand anyway. And now it's turned into this war, this big tech versus free speech, censorship, fucking North Korea war because these fucking people. And I've been tweeting about it this morning. I saw you tweeting about it. And if you don't, I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. The bottom line is, like I tweeted out, and this is really what I care about the most. If this was about Don Jr. or Ivanka, Twitter would never stop it. I don't care how shaky this story. I don't care how shady this story, whether it's fucking, we can go through. I mean, I saw you retweet somebody. I mean, they tweet any stories about Brett Kavanaugh that were single sourced or no sourced? That were just allegations? Of course.
I mean, the list of stories that should have been blocked. If
endless.
Twitter actually has these rules and principles, then the list of stories is endless. And you can go back historically. I mean, look at the Pentagon Papers, any of the WikiLeaks emails. There's all kinds of hacked emails that have just run wild on Twitter, and they've never cared about it.
Of course, now they care because the election's, and they want Joe Biden to win. They want Donald Trump to lose. That's okay. But people are tweeting back at me and saying, "Oh, it's not censorship because it is censorship."
Yes,
and they have a right to do it.
Yes, of course
they can do it if they like, but it is censorship and it's inconsistent. And it's fraudulent. Like I always say, though, maybe it's up to people to say, "Fuck you. We're going somewhere else." That has not happened yet so far. This, whatever it's called, what's a right-wing Twitter called? Whatever it is.
There's Parler.
It just hasn't. It's not the same. Twitter got there early. They have a monopoly on it. They are going to freeze these stories out. That is going to keep happening, and it is frightening that it's happening. I don't know if the story is 100% true or not. I have no idea. I have not seen it disproven yet.
Well, the Washington Post came out and said that they know that Joe Biden didn't try to get the prosecutor general of Ukraine fired, even though there's fucking video of him saying, "I got this guy fired."
I read the Washington Post story. I don't believe it because I don't believe the Washington Post. Just like I don't believe Breitbart half the time. Like I just don't believe the Huffington Post, Washington Post, the New York Times, the Globe. It's all the same. They're hiding it. I sent you that link. Hallie Jackson. She finally got that booger out of her nose from a couple of years ago. Remember that story? She was snot running down her face. She's they're covering up. They're calling it a tabloid story. The New York Post, which is a tabloid, but they're suggesting that they're like the National Enquirer. Now, are they in the tank for Trump? Yeah. I mean, I'd say they're pro-Trump. Of course they are.
Yeah, like they're the opposite of the New York Daily News.
Yes, but that doesn't mean the story's not true. That's the thing. I mean, they have the fucking emails.
Yes,
So when everyone's like, "Oh, you're a right-wing lunatic," well, I'm like, I'm confused here. Where has it been disproven? If it's been disproven, let me know. I'm happy to say the story's wrong.
I think the miscalculation people are making is thinking that the New York Post went through all these documents and then this was the only story they found. If you have a trove of documents like this, you prepare a number of stories, you investigate a number of angles. So as it continues to leak out, it's going to become overwhelmingly obvious that they do in fact have these documents, and all these original takes that, it's completely fabricated, are going to look like fucking horseshit.
So just in case you don't know, you didn't listen yesterday or whatever, you weren't on Twitter, whatever. The story is about Hunter Biden when he was working in the Ukraine, and essentially the former vice president, this story is alleging, pressured or got what's his face fired, right?
Victor Shokin.
Shokin fired, right?
Yes.
While Hunter Biden was
prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. You got fired.
Oh, there you go. Hunter Biden making $50,000 a month, and he's shoveling his nose from the Ukraine.
But all you need to know, like, everyone agrees he was making $50,000 a month for work in natural gas. He has no experience whatsoever in natural gas, and he's a crackhead. Like, that prompts some questions. Why is the vice president's son getting $50,000 a month?
$600,000 a year.
When he washed out of the military for cocaine, and there's all these pictures of him with a crack pipe hanging out of his mouth.
Idiot.
Yeah, it's a total idiot.
So this happens. And so, this is the big story yesterday. We talked about it a little bit, and you just kind of slowly start learning like these weird Twitter stories that it's not being. I think the first guy was a New York Post reporter.
Yes,
who was on Tucker last night, right?
Yes. Sohrab.
Yeah, was like, I can't send this story to anybody. He's like, I can't message it, I can't tweet it. They're blocking the story. Which again, I know I saw people tweeting me this morning. Twitter can do that if they want. They can. I mean, we're on Twitter. I can delete my account at any time.
Yes.
Twitter has every right to do that. I agree. It's insane, but they do have the right to do it. So that happens, and then you start seeing all these people. The press secretary, Kayla McEnany. I was getting her last name wrong.
Yeah,
that I think she was.
Her account was frozen.
Her account was frozen.
She's the official voice of the White House.
Frozen on Twitter. And then other people, a bunch of your right wings, James Woods, all these people. Everyone's frozen. You literally, if I see that story, I think that's interesting. Now I want to send it to somebody yesterday. Even if I wanted to send it to somebody, it'd be, look at this crazy, stupid fucking story. You couldn't send it on Twitter.
Yeah, not even on DMs.
No,
the vice president of communications, Andy Stone of Facebook, tweeted out, we're also going to be blocking this story and limiting its circulation on Facebook.
Right, because they don't think it's true. It's not even they don't think it's true.
They think it's damaging to Joe Biden.
Yeah, they don't. Yes, but like, what's the standard here? What again
to stop Trump from winning?
Right. So I flipped it best I could because they said, it's a crazy right wing rag, the New York Post. Fine, I'll stipulate that just for this conversation. Huffington Post, single sourced anonymous story with laptop information from, I just said Susan Rice, okay, that's taking down Don Jr. in a whatever let's say Don Jr. is getting paid X amount or whatever, and they ran that story, the Huffington Post or Mother Jones or the Washington Post. There's 0.0% chance Twitter would limit that story.
They wouldn't even consider it.
No, they would celebrate it. 0%.
They would sponsor it. There would be the moments, and it would be trending and everything.
Imagine
we saw that happen with the dossier. The dossier was shakier than anything in the New York Post story.
The golden shower story,
the PP document.
Yes, the golden showers in Russia and pissing on,
and that became a 2-year. How many times has that trended on Twitter?
Forever.
After CNN and BuzzFeed reported
and it was completely wrong. And it was
every single piece of it was erroneous.
Can you imagine then Twitter freezes, from that story I just laid out, then doesn't let Jamel Hill tweet about it, or doesn't let Rachel Maddow tweet about it, or doesn't let, if Obama was president, I don't know, whoever, pick your, what was it, Jay Carney, was that his name?
Freezes Michelle Obama's account.
Yeah, was it Jay Carney? Was it? No.
Jay Carney's press secretary, now he works at Amazon.
He was Obama's press secretary. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They freeze, Robert Gibbs or Jay Carney's account. Yeah. I mean, it's just, for
the record, I wouldn't want them to.
Of course not.
Like, that's the difference between the right and the left. The left is there's no one on the left who's saying, hey, don't censor these right wing guys.
This is what, and I'm getting, it's fine. I like these crazy left wingers tweeting at me, but they are because they're like, the story's not true. This part's not true. And my issue is, okay, great. Let's actually talk about that. But I don't even care. It's scarier that they're doing this, and they're doing this, and most people, on the left, are either focusing on, but Trump, or B, they don't care that it's happening. That now the left, the extreme left in America, and I've said this, are far less tolerant when it comes to, I've been saying this for the last couple of years. I don't know when it's flipped, but the fucking preacher in Footloose, when I was a kid, didn't let you dance in that town. He was a Republican, a fucking Democrat now. Like, they don't let you, they want to ban what you read. They want to ban what you listen to. They want to ban what you can see. They want to ban what you can say. We saw it yesterday.
What you can eat.
What you can eat. We saw it yesterday with, that's right. We saw it yesterday with Moron DeCaro. And they want to stop you from thinking. It is fucking wild. I saw Tucker last night. Tucker was excellent last night. He's dead right. This is like, in social media history, yesterday was the scariest day ever. It was the scariest day ever. And then this morning, like I said, you got, what's her face? Savannah Guthrie, who's going to interview Trump tonight. And people are tweeting to ban NBC because they're having a town hall with the president of the United States.
Well, the problem is they held it opposite Joe Biden, the next president of the United States.
I would say to these pussies who are tweeting that, make sure that Savannah Guthrie asks tough questions. I hope she does. And Trump will answer them. He might not answer them well, God knows, but he'll answer them. Unlike Biden, he won't answer a fucking question. Do you think Biden, that's the big test. Now I actually want to watch Biden tonight instead of Trump. So Biden's with who tonight? Who's going to be kissing Biden's ass tonight?
I'll look it up.
What network is he on? Do we know?
ABC?
Who's that? Stephanopoulos? I'm not even joking.
He'd be the lead contender, I would think.
Right. What you got? Do you know?
God, the New York Times is going to make me try and pay for their like that.
But you also can't sit there like, I can't, I'm like build something else or do something. It's too late. They're established. So, you can't sit there and say, oh, we quit. We're leaving Twitter and Facebook. That's a pussy move at the same time,
But yes, George Stephanopoulos will be moderating.
I mean, it's just a
joke.
It fucking worked for fucking Clinton, and I guarantee
Still
you.
does.
Yeah, and I guarantee you had a great. Who you think? Biden was a powerful senator while Clinton was president.
Yes.
I mean, this is fucking madness. Madness.
So I think there arguments that you try and create an alternative to Twitter are weak. But there are things that you can do, because right now Twitter enjoys an exemption from policies governing newspapers. Like if someone tweets something, you can't sue Twitter for libel. Like if you tweet something about, if you slander somebody on Twitter.
Oh, if I tweeted that you got arrested for heroin or whatever.
They have an exception. They can't be held responsible for any of their content because they're a public forum. But when they start to step in and they start to censor what you can get to, they're setting themselves up to be treated as a publisher. So there are some conservatives like Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz,
he's talking about
they want to
hearings and
treat them like a publisher. Take away that exemption.
I think that's reasonable.
And because if they're going to act like it, if it's not truly a free forum, a free square, then they must be treated like a publisher.
I think that's reasonable. No, I do think that's reasonable. So I think that's fair. So ABC has Stephanopoulos interviewing Biden tonight.
Correct.
Okay. And NBC has Andy Card. Is he interviewing? Who is? Is it Ari Fleischer?
It's gonna be Roger Stone.
Is it? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like you can say, I can't even give a comparison to Trump because all the presidents hate Trump.
Well, yeah, and no one who's worked for Trump can get a job at a legacy media company.
But I'd say like Ari Fleischer. Is that a good?
He'd be perfect. Right. Yeah, he'd actually be a great.
Is that a reasonable facsimile? As close as you can get. And the left would be flipping up. It doesn't even Steve Scully, who got his Twitter account hacked by Steve Scully, like was going to moderate this stuff. It's just insane. And I say this to somebody who doesn't even fucking care for Trump, but it's just nuts. And they're trying
I think you have to now.
What?
Now that what you've seen with big tech,
you think I have to vote for Trump now?
No. I'm saying you have to. I think the stakes in the election are revealed to be even higher than they were because
no question.
It's scary what big tech is doing now, but they're doing it in opposition to the guy who runs the most powerful government in the world. Imagine if you have a sovereign entity like big tech wielding this kind of power, joined at the hip to the most powerful government in the world.
It's Kim Jong Jack is friggin' the guy who runs Twitter right now. That's who runs Twitter right now. It's just
and the funny thing is he doesn't even have the most control over it. I know he's CEO.
That's true. Yeah,
he has less of an ownership in Twitter than Saudi Arabia.
Right. No, it's terrifying, and it's just accepted. It doesn't. I mean, to me, like the scary stuff is if you're not on Twitter, right? I think of it this way: the way it almost bleeds to the rest of the world. So let's say you're a 62-year-old woman in Washington, Illinois, a suburb of Peoria. And you're watching the Today Show this morning because you're not on Twitter. You don't really know what's going on. And Hallie Jackson, is talking to Savannah Guthrie, who's going to be interviewing Trump tonight about this story. Yeah, 1 second. This story and all the ramifications involved. It was the biggest story in America yesterday by 50 miles. Now, of course, I first got into it because the AP every morning has their biggest stories of the day. And they didn't include it. They have the fucking Masked Singer results in their AP thing. And they don't have this fucking story.
I mean, Drudge Report on the right-wing side was running with Barron Trump tests positive.
Yes. I mean, which is, I understand that's a story. But, I mean, yeah, is Matt Drudge dead? Has he been kidnapped?
He's not running the Drudge Report anymore.
Did he sell it?
I think he sold it, yeah.
Do you know that or you just speculating?
There were rumors a while ago that he sold it.
Where's he been?
Gone.
Gone. That hat is hung up and and he's just danced away?
He's rode off into the sunset, hanging out with his cats.
So is he a cat guy, yeah?
Big cat guy. You ever read his book?
No.
It's weird.
Is it weird? I didn't like the whole thing.
It's like half poetry, half stream of consciousness, but big cat guy.
62-year-old grandmother sitting there, having a little breakfast, and just getting ready to go for a morning walk. She loves the Today Show. And this is the summation of what she knows about this entire madness of yesterday.
Speaking of, the president's been talking a lot about Hunter Biden. Yeah. There's a bunch of back and forth. You can just bring us up to date on that.
I will, and this is a questionably sourced story, to say the least, that appeared in a tabloid that President Trump and his allies are really trying to seize on here, alleging that Joe Biden may have had a meeting that was set up with somebody that Hunter Biden worked with on this Ukrainian company. Now, the story is so dubious, and we should note, by the way, that the Biden campaign says that meeting was never on Biden's official schedule.
That's not exactly true.
Facebook and Twitter made moves to try to limit the spread of this this story. And the Washington Post is reporting that some intelligence experts think this has the hallmark of like a disinformation campaign.
All right, so let's go. Hold on. Let's go through I want to break down. This answer is insane. It is insane. I'm saying somebody, again, I don't fucking care really who wins the election. I swear to God, I don't. But like this answer is like, she is like a Manchurian reporter. It is terrifying.
Kim Jong-un is watching this video and clapping like, very good.
Well done.
Very good. I'm going to show this in propaganda class, man.
And like Savannah Guthrie immediately doesn't stop. I'd be like, first of all, I'd say, Hallie, do you ever wonder why Hunter Biden got this job? Like, what is his resume? But God,
have you attempted to contact Hunter Biden? By the way, when's his press conference?
So I'll play reporter because Savannah Guthrie, I guess, doesn't know how to do it. I mean, you know, she sat there for years watching Lauer friggin' leer and do whatever he was doing, but that's a whole different story. Sorry, guys, let me hear Hallie.
Actually, a lot of similarities between Lauer and Hunter, but
that's true. It's true. Go ahead.
Speaking of, the president's been talking a lot about Hunter Biden. Yeah. There's a bunch of back and forth. You can just bring us up to date on that.
All right, stop. So I don't even know what that means. He's been talking a lot about Hunter Biden. Okay. There's been a lot of back and forth. Has there been a lot of back and forth?
There was at the debate because there are separate issues.
2 weeks ago.
There's the $3.5 million from the wife of the mayor of Moscow. There's the business dealings in China. And then separately, there's the Ukraine thing. And then there's the crack smoking and getting washed out of the
But that's Savannah Guthrie not wanting to get into the details right there.
She probably doesn't know him. There is so many layers of corruption.
Okay, she's a fucking reporter on the Today Show. I mean, she should know.
Yeah, I mean, she's
moderated presidential debates.
She's basically an actress.
She's going to host the election coverage tonight on NBC. Like, she should know. She's going to interview the president tonight. So, okay, so Hallie Jackson immediately, again, you're right, like, she's talking and then her eyes just get like, you know, she's clearly, you know, she's clearly got
the training kicks, just flashbacks to that desert.
You will do what you're told. You will do what you're told, Hallie Jackson. If you want a job in mainstream media, you will follow along. Do you understand?
Dubious.
This is a questionably sourced story.
All right, stop. Okay, so questionably sourced story, to say the least. And if I'm Savannah Guthrie, what's questionable about it? You may have a good answer. What's questionable about it? No? Okay, go ahead. To say the least.
It appeared in a tabloid.
Okay, stop. Which tabloid? The Inquirer?
It's the tabloid that was started by Alexander Hamilton. It's called the New York Post.
It doesn't mean it's on it is a tabloid. But like, do you, if the New York Post wrote something like this about, you know, one of Trump's kids, would you say that? No? Okay.
The venerable New York Post on Wednesday broke the news that Don Trump Jr. was smoking crack.
I mean, sorry we're not as venerable as NBC News, which has fucking been a disaster the last 5. I mean, do we need to go over what a disgrace they've been?
If this was at slate.com, they would not be saying questionably sourced.
Fuck no. Go ahead.
By the way, the New York Times never produced the tax documents that they were reporting on.
No
one knows that those exist. No one knows how those were acquired.
They're saying they won't. They're saying they won't. They eventually they will. That's just what I mean.
Just like Trump will release his taxes once the audit's over.
Again, you know, I say this before we get back to Hallie Jackson there and let her, you know, wash her nose and clean up for a second. You know, by their standards, 2 reporters about 50 years ago now essentially used a single source and were mocked the entire time by mainstream media for a story they did. And it was, you know, single-sourced, anonymous, shaky. Other newspapers, other people in the media were critical of them. Their names were Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein. So I'm trying to remember what that story. Oh yeah, Watergate.
They were relying on illegal leaks.
Yeah. So by Twitter standards today, if they're being consistent, they would not allow that story. Correct?
No, because Nixon was a Republican.
No, I'm saying, but if they're being consistent, if they're consistent on both sides.
If we want to take their standard naively,
well, that's what I'm saying.
If we want to take them at their word, correct. Yes, they would not allow it.
They would not allow it. Yes. I would not be allowed to send you the latest story from Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein, even before as they broke over the course of a year, as they broke this story by today's Twitter standard, which they've set now. Mm-hmm. So like, does Twitter? So like, if our friend Adam Schefter has an anonymous source that says that some coach is going to get fired. It's an anonymous source. Single source. Does that story run?
Well, they're relying on the hacked aspect of it, how the information was obtained.
Okay. What if he got it that way? What if an email said that?
Like if Adam Schefter got hacked or illegally obtained video of an NFL player punching the shit out of his girlfriend.
Like Ray Rice.
Yes. Yeah. Would not be able to publish it because it's hacked material.
Okay, but they would be.
Could be a deep fake, who knows?
But of course they would publish it, right?
Oh, yeah. The only principle here is growing liberal power.
I mean, listen, this is somebody who seriously, I swear to God, She went in to work that morning at NBC. I think this is how it works now. I really do. I don't think she's a human being. I think they just like, they open her head. It's almost like a David Lynch movie. They do the big circle in her head, take her head, take the brain and just do whatever they do to it and then shove it back in there, twist it, have her go in there and have her look at like bright lights and different colors and kaleidoscopes and things that change and things from the past and just brainwash her. And then she rolls in there, sits down, smiles, and just gives you that company line. This is a reporter? Go ahead.
Trump and his allies are really trying to seize on here, alleging that Joe Biden may have had a meeting that was set up with somebody that Hunter Biden worked with on this Ukrainian company. Now, the story is so dubious, and we should note, by the way, that the Biden campaign says that meeting was never on Biden's official schedule.
So here's the thing. Okay, so if you were going to set up a meeting to do some corrupt business to profit your son.
Official schedule.
Yes, official schedule. But then the Biden campaign walked it back later in the day to Politico.
Sort of. They sort of have.
They're saying, we're not sure that there was an informal meeting. But here's the thing. If you remember back to 2016 when they were trying to make Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General, into like an agent of Russia, there was some buffet luncheon that he went to that the Russian ambassador happened to also be at. And they said, they were there in the same room with 40 other people for maybe 45 minutes. And they tried to say that like the entire Russia conspiracy thing was hatched here because, they bumped into each other while they were fighting over bacon at the buffet or something.
Well, I have the vice president's schedule that day right here if you'd like it. 9 a.m. Sniff hair. 10 a.m. Sniff hair. 11 a.m. Sniff hair. Noon. This is official. This is official schedule. Noon. Meet, intimidate, and fire a person who is giving my son trouble in Ukraine. This is official schedule. I mean, I don't know why I didn't look at this. I love that she's like, this dummy is like, the Biden people said it never happened. And the Washington Post is reporting. Oh, well, okay. So Biden's denying it, and in a hardcore lefty place that wants fucking Biden to be president is making up a story that's as fucking shaky as this one.
And by the way, where's Hunter Biden? I mean, it's not like he's, in rehab somewhere.
He could be.
No. But I'm just saying, like, he's not brain dead. He's not expired. He can be reached for comment.
Yeah, and I will say this, and I've said this all along, and I suspect I'm alone in this studio. I have some sympathy for Hunter Biden. I really do. A, he has an addiction. B, he has had tremendous tragedy in his life.
Yeah, of course.
He has had tremendous, like, he is a product of, it doesn't mean he's made all the right decisions. Doesn't mean he's even a good person. But his mom died, correct?
Yes.
Joe Biden's not his mom.
Yeah, in a car accident. And Joe Biden smeared the guy who was driving the car saying that he was a drunk driver.
Stop. His mother died. His brother died? Mm-hmm. Or his sister?
His younger sister died when they were very little.
Right. In the accident, correct?
Yeah.
And this has happened in his life, and his brother died.
Yes.
So I'm saying, and he's been a source of comfort to his brother's family. Has he not?
He has.
I'm just saying.
Immense carnal comfort.
So people grieve in different ways, Steve. But I am saying, like, I can see how these things can lead to a life of addiction and comfort and trying to numb himself in other ways. I do have sympathy for him to
I can see that, but also
to some extent. It doesn't mean that he's not shaky. It doesn't mean he's not stupid. It doesn't mean that he's not dangerous. And it doesn't mean that he might potentially be, in a weird way, the Anthony Weiner of this election. Oddly.
Yes.
He
is the Carlos Danger of the Joe Biden campaign.
But I don't know. I don't know. Again, like everything else, I have no idea what this means for the election. All I know is this shines what this did yesterday, what Twitter and Facebook did yesterday was turn this from a story that you and I were kind of like, is this going to be a big story? We don't know, to 50,000 fucking watts of just bam, bam, bam. Like
but still only in the silos where, there's right-wing traffic and some politically interested.
But here's the thing though, like, you're right. But for instance, Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, Fox is huge.
Tucker Carlson beat The Bachelorette last. Whatever one. Is it The Bachelor or whatever one's on right now? The Bachelor. I have no idea. Bachelor. Right, but it's a huge show.
Yeah, of course.
They beat it like in total viewers last night. It was I think it was the number one show in America at 8:00 last night.
Yeah, so that's huge, but it's siloed.
I agree, but it's galvanizing.
How many people were on the fence and in the political election were watching Tucker last night? Like how many Joe Biden voters were watching? So but it doesn't move anybody. It does get the information out.
But I think it galvanizes though too, and I do think Trump. I saw Trump was talking about it last night too. So
and I think if you turn the election into I'm not just running against Joe Biden. I'm running against the corrupt tech, corrupt media, like all the people you guys hate. That might mobilize voters.
And for me, I just go back to the story could be flawed. For all I know, we'll find out. It is terrifying what they are doing, though. I mean, it's legitimately terrifying.
It is.
And it's not going to stop. It's definitely not going to stop.
Joe Scarborough, weirdly, this morning had kind of a right reaction, and I guess I kind of disagree with him, but he basically said the problem with Twitter censoring this is they should have just let people read it, because in his mind, the story is so far-fetched and fantastical that it's just laughably false. So he's like right on the side of defending it, but then like doesn't really argue why it's so crazy that this crackhead could have dropped his laptop off to get repaired and then forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? That's the part of it that they find far-fetched, is that Hunter Biden would ever, leave his laptop somewhere.
It is bizarre.
But like he has a track record of just being like completely sloppy and irresponsible with his personal property. So it's very
it's only
plausible.
going to get worse. I mean, it's only going to get,
Well, Tucker last night suggested he has the emails.
True. That's true. Is Tucker going to pay off on that or no?
We'll see. I mean,
Because Tucker teased something a month or two
Chris
ago.
Cuomo stuff. Yeah, and he did have a bunch more recordings of Chris Cuomo, the Michael Cohen recordings. I mean, they weren't devastating, but he always played. I mean, from the very beginning, he played that up as playful.
Right. That's true. Yeah, this is not. Yeah, this is serious, and it's
the New York Post dropped another one this morning.
What
from the Biden emails?
Oh, what was that? I didn't see it.
So this one is about China, and there's a string of emails where Hunter Biden is corresponding with executives in China about forming like shell companies. Basically, it's to make him $10 million.
Why is Hunter Biden? I'm confused. I'm like, what is Hunter Biden's resume?
He's the son of the vice president. He's peddling access. That's all it is.
I understand that. But
what's all it is?
I'm saying, what's his actual resume? Do you know or no? Like
that's all. I mean, he was on the board of Burisma. He was on the board of this Chinese subsidiary.
He's a founding partner of investment.
Rosemont, right, was it like Rosemont Capital or something like that?
He's a vice chairman of the National Railroad Passengers Corporation under Bush and Obama, by the way. Bush put him there, the vice chairman. Did he really?
There you go.
Well, I mean, his father was a pretty powerful senator at that point. So yeah, I mean, it's just
it's all honestly. You know what's on his resume? White privilege.
That's true. It's
a good point. Pure white privilege kid.
I mean, he was in the Navy. He did enlist in the Navy
for a time.
Well, he did serve. He left under unusual circumstances. Well, I mean, that's not what the vice president said in the debate. Didn't say that was true. But to me, it's like all the other stuff is just. I am just so fascinated in the Twitter, Facebook part of it. It's everything everyone suspected and is known for the last. And it was given the brightest light ever yesterday. And I saw Jack Dorsey's tweet was pathetic. I mean, it was just, they know they looked like idiots and they tried to cover their ass, but it didn't work.
So the scary thing for me is, okay, so yesterday they did it in the open and everyone saw what happened and they tweeted, but they recognized exactly it, whatever. Right. Okay, so they did it in the open. Right. Yeah, exactly. They easily could have throttled that with like a shadow ban technique and we'd never known. What happens when Google starts to do this? What happens when Apple decides that I shouldn't be able to text you that story?
It's going to happen.
And what happens on November 3rd? What happens if the New York Post wants to confirm the state of Florida for Donald Trump?
Well, what happens if a reporter from the New York Post right now or wherever, a right-wing place, but is doing good work and has a real story, the Joe Biden, whatever, pick it. Like, we know it's not going to happen.
What if a New York Post reporter finds out that Saudi Arabia is committing genocide against people in Yemen? And Twitter steps in and stops it because Saudi Arabia owns Twitter 5% of the shares.
That'll happen. That will happen.
I mean, this, like, relatively speaking, this is about a corrupt crackhead peddling influence. So it's a smaller story. It's been made bigger, but there are huge stories where you could see big tech wielding influence in very scary ways, like pure fucking dystopia.
Yeah, and I just think this is reality now. Like you listening right now, if you're on Twitter or on Facebook, are at their mercy. That's just it. Like, and there's not much we can do about it. There really isn't. And, except when things like this happen, raise hell. And they're going to try and silence you because they want Joe Biden to be president. They want Donald Trump to lose. What they don't realize is they're hurting Joe Biden by doing this.
I don't think so.
Oh, I do. Because it brings attention to the story. It just brings attention to the story.
They brought attention to the story, but they've also, most people, the majority of voters are going to get the Savannah Guthrie, Hallie Jackson version of this.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know if that's true in today's world. Like, how many people are watching the Today Show now?
What else have they put the kibosh to? What else has not been able to trend? Like everything that's everything that's harmful or perceived to be harmful to Trump trends and is magnified on social media platforms. And everything that is harmful to Biden is minimized. And on the left, they cheered this and they celebrate this. And on the right, all we can do is stand here and wave our arms up and down and say, hey, this is like fucking 1984.
The key thing about this story is this brought you back to the Republican Party. That's what I say. You have now returned, wouldn't you say?
It feels good. Yeah, I'm back.
You're going to get a real car now? You're going to get that Subaru, are you?
Yeah, I'm looking at like Hummers.
A nice gas guzzler, right?
Yeah.
That's what I like to see. You're not,
maybe an F-150.
No more marching. No more of this crap. No more of this fluffy
Oh, no,
stuff.
there's going to be more marching.
For what?
We're marching on Twitter headquarters.
Actually,
right? No. I think there's a VP at Facebook that lives somewhere in Massachusetts.
Let's go find them.
I think we're gonna go shine a light through his window later tonight.
Let's
Maybe
do it.
Set a bag of dog poop on fire on his front porch.
All right, let's call. We're gonna talk to Kevin Clancy.
We're gonna get a real expert.
We haven't talked to in a while. Call him up in a second. But first, how about our day at Milton's yesterday, Steve?
It was a fantastic day at Milton's.
We did pretty well.
By the way, speaking of Twitter, I've got to go delete that video of Justin.
Why is that?
Because I used girls just want to have fun in it.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Because I thought it was funny. It's like a shopping montage video.
Ooh, that's sexist.
Well, all right.
No, I don't care.
Guilty.
Well, what's your issue? The rights of the song?
Yeah,
Cyndi Lauper's group.
It's copyrighted, so Twitter has an algorithm that will go through all of those videos,
right?
And they'll give us a check mark. We'll be naughty. They'll give us a check mark for.
What are you gonna put up there?
Nothing.
No music at all.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do some wacky music or anything? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to do like music I've created or something.
Okay. Well, you're great at music creating. We know that.
Yeah.
But if you see the before and after, I saw a lot of people saw it. We got a lot of feedback. Milton seems thrilled. Justin looked good. That second outfit Justin put on, he looked good. Didn't you think?
That's like, maybe potentially going to a job interview outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Except for the
Cleaned
Grog
up.
shoes, maybe. You had his own, but that's fine.
The very loud shoes.
So he looked good.
Should be fixed.
He had a good time. He felt good. When you see the before picture, then you see how Justin looked after. It's remarkable, and only because the great people at Milton's, Bill, all the people there, they're great. They're deeply appreciative to the Minifans, as you should be to them. The 2-day sale is now in the past. I'm sure they'll do plenty of stuff like that in the future. But now fall is in the air. You can feel it, nice and crisp. They have many fall arrivals just in time. Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines. You saw the cashmere sweaters, Steve. We felt them.
Very soft.
Very
soft.
$99 right now. Is that right for those? Which is an unbelievable deal, I'm telling you.
It should be like twice that.
Yeah, at least 2.5 times that. We saw the North Face, the Under Armour. It's all prominent at the stores in Chestnut Hill, Square at Chestnut Hill. You can get a great deal on those as well at Milton's. All these clothes, fantastic deals. Go to miltons.com and look at that. Help yourself out. Help the Minifans out. Help Milton's out and help the show out, more importantly, in my opinion. South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill. A great day yesterday. What was Justin's? You talked to Justin afterwards or no? Did he send a text to Bill?
I will say, I'm going to give Justin an A for his first Milton's adventure.
Yeah, he's appropriately quiet at lunch too.
Played along, appropriately quiet, did his thing. Immediately afterwards, said, "Hey, can you give me Bill's number?"
Oh yes,
I
saw that. Yeah, that's good.
Then there was the tweet of thanks yesterday.
I saw that
all around. I mean, unless he sent Bill some wildly inappropriate text message.
I don't think so. No, Bill texted. That's true. Bill texted. I mean, Justin did try and tell a few jokes during lunch yesterday that completely bombed, but that's okay.
You kind of want that.
Yeah, you want that. Yeah, you want that. You get the whole. Yeah, you have the whole.
Did you watch to the end of the video?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
Before we went to dinner, I was like, all right, real quick.
Lunch,
lunch. I was like, before we do this, we'll real quick film a video of you, like post Milton's reaction.
Okay.
And he tried to tell a couple of jokes.
Like what?
He needs to update his Tinder profile.
It's not bad. Okay. He's a big kid though, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's young
big
too.
Guy.
He's got to get his shit together. I
think.
But he looked good. But I'm telling you, the outfit, especially the first one was good. The second one, he looked good. He looked presentable. Mm-hmm. He looked like a guy. You'd be like, oh, that's a good looking guy. Look at that guy. Thanks to Milton's. But yeah, I didn't have a lot of. I mean, I don't know. How was his experience here?
I think it was good.
Yeah,
he was observant, took notes. I was thinking yesterday towards the end of the show, I might try to put him on and let him run the phones for a little bit, but okay. maybe another time.
All right. Okay. So yeah, Miltons.com. We love Milton's. Thanks to them for a great day yesterday. All right, let's call Clancy here. We haven't had him on in a long time, have we?
No, we haven't. He was just texting me.
He was?
Kevin?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, you're live to tape with Kirk Minahan.
How we doing, Kirk?
How are you doing, buddy? All right?
Yeah, I just I turned on the latest episode. I didn't get through all of it, but but you saying that we should throw a net over Julie DeCaro and just put her in a rubber room.
Well, don't you think?
It's a very funny image. I mean, I totally agree. We talked about her.
I heard. Yeah, I listened to you guys talk. It's just the weirdest. It's the most random battle to pick in history. It's just,
my God! I mean, if I had to pick one person who is totally clean and nice and respected and as far away from controversy as possible, it really would be Adam Schefter. He is the one. And that's who she chooses to go after. I mean, you can't script it, but my God, that image of throwing a net over her.
I just like the idea of her trying to get out of it, and it's just she's stuck in there, struggling. She's angry.
But you know what we need to do? We need to have one of those traps where you hold a box up with a stick and we put something underneath it. She lures in close
to it. A jelly
donut? Stop, Steve. That's ridiculous.
I was going to say some white guilt or something like
that.
Better,
yes. You know why I wanted to talk to you before it actually worked out this morning. I saw on Twitter, and you were leading the charge on this. As always, Kevin Clancy, first on the case. Fucking Scott Peterson is going to be out of jail in a year. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
Dude, I mean, that guy is innocent, okay? Or no, let me rephrase. That dude, there was not enough evidence to convict. I will say that.
But do you think? I mean, I know you watched this documentary, you got all sucked into it. So he's no death penalty for him, and now they're saying they're going to not even a new date yet.
The SPA team, bro. The SPA team, SPA, Scott Peterson appeals team. It's it's like a bunch of random women who got nothing better to do. I honestly, if the SPA team called me and asked me to join, it's like a bunch of neighborhood women, and I think his cousin or some shit. There's some family member involved. If they asked me to be a part of the SPA team, the social media consultant, for sure, sign me up for the SPA team.
What is the 30-second or 60? What is you're trying to tell me that Scott Peterson? Well, I guess you would make the case that he didn't do it, but your case is that there's not enough evidence, right?
Yes, there's literally no evidence except there was a strand of hair at his warehouse, but they were married.
It's his wife, yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be evidence of that. They physically proved that the boat that he would have used could not have held both of them, and he couldn't have thrown her overboard without the fucking ship sinking, which they proved on evidence, some sort of evidence, a video or whatever, and the judge just wouldn't allow it. There was no physical evidence. He was the original. He's not crying. He doesn't look sad. He must have done it, and he was a scumbag who was cheating.
The Amber Fry thing. The Amber Fry thing didn't really help. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a fucking lunatic and a sociopath for the way he was lying to his the mistress girlfriend and pretending he was traveling when he was, he's a nut. But I just, you can be an asshole, you can be a nut, and if there's no evidence that you fucking. And the kicker was that in that neighborhood, there was 3 women who were all white and pregnant who disappeared.
Well, so okay. So that's the thing.
That same year.
So that's the thing I always get to is then who did it? Because I mean, clearly he would have some sort of motive. I mean, if you ever watch an episode of Dateline, it's always the fucking husband. You
know what? I don't even know if that's true anymore, Kirk. Maybe, just maybe, I have I identify with some of these guys here or there. Maybe I'm sympathizing with them a little too much, but I feel like everybody just says it's always the husband. And
I'm saying if you watch an episode of Dateline or whatever, or you watch it at the beginning, and they put it this way, the husband's always. So you think? So what you're telling me right now, Kevin, is there is a tsunami, a buffet of innocent husbands in prison right now who actually didn't murder their wives? Is that what you're trying to say? Is this the hill you're willing to die on?
I'm just saying, if somebody turned up dead and they were just well, KFC once cheated, so he probably fucking did it, I'd be what the fuck, man?
That wouldn't be. That would be a fair one for me. Top suspect for me.
Yeah, I know. And by the way, I'm starting to get more and more nervous every day that your prediction is going to come true. That I'm not going to see this pen money.
No, that wasn't a prediction. That was a guarantee.
A guarantee, and I laughed it off at the time.
When I listened to Dave Portnoy last week on that podcast, say Is Kevin getting that money in 3 years or 10 years? I'll lend them some money.
There was two huge red flags on the Dave Portnoy show. It was that moment, and when he was a stark raving lunatic talking about if you don't text him back in 30 seconds, how he's gonna throw the fucking company down the toilet. Like he basically was like, I'll find another company to do this. I'm like, will you? I don't think you will. I don't think you'll find another company to spend $500 million on us.
So Kevin, we went to lunch. We went to one of our clients, Milton's, a close place yesterday. We went to lunch afterwards with one of the guys there, and Steve Robinson was insistent that Portnoy is going to leave Barstool at some point. You said this yesterday, Steve.
I wasn't insistent.
Oh, fuck you.
I think insistent is an exaggeration.
Insisting that Dave was going to leave Barstool and start his own thing because, quote, he's sick of the shit at Barstool. True or false?
No, KFC.
True or false?
I'll say exactly what I said. On his first Portnoy and Eddie show, he said he made reference to going off and doing his own thing.
He can't.
What's he going to do?
I don't know. I'm just taking him at his word. He said he had a prospect of going off and doing his own thing.
12-year-olds he hangs out with now. What's he going to do?
He can really do anything he wants.
I don't think Steve is. You're half right. You're half wrong.
Okay.
I would not be surprised if he is fed up. He hates everybody, but he can't. Like, he is Barstool. Barstool's him. They're synonymous. It can't be like I'm still out here being Barstool Sports and Dave has a different media company not called Barstool. Like, that just can't be.
I just don't see the benefit of Dave doing that. Like, it doesn't. I mean, I know
he doesn't have to put up with little pajama boys calling him racist.
Yeah, but so what? Like, but so what though? Like, he does it. He still makes a shitload of money. If he leaves, the minute he walks away from Barstool, he is less valuable than he is with Barstool attached to him.
I mean, it could be.
That's true. That's true. I mean,
he's still got all his equity in Penn, all his stocks.
But would he if he left? If he walked?
I really don't know. But all I'm saying is he raised the possibility of going off and doing his own thing. So it's worth trying to wonder what's going through that brain of his.
I think once he, I don't know his, I have like 14, 15 years to go before I get my money. I'm not sure what his deal is.
Good point.
I think once he gets his money, he'll ride off. Like, he'll be on his own. I shouldn't say ride off, because I think I've always said this to him. Like, I think he loves the spotlight. I think he loves being on camera and being cool and popular and chicks and all that shit. He's like, no, I'm all about the money. When I get my cash, I'm gone. And we used to have this argument, not argument, but this discussion, many years ago. And I believe the number he put it at was 10 million. He was like, if I can just get 10 million, I'll be gone. I'll go on a beach and I'll watch horses for like the rest of my life. And it's like, well, that certainly came and went, and you're still out here doing it. So I think he'll always be the type. He can get 10 million, 20 million, 100 million, probably 500 million. And I mean, honestly, here's an honest question, because we just spoke to Mark Cuban, who you would never know is a billionaire by talking to him. He's just like a very normal dude. Do you think there's a chance that Portnoy could hit the billion? Billionaire?
Depends how big. It depends how big the gambling.
Yeah, right.
Is. Yeah, it depends.
Sure. I mean, it's crazy to think that and particularly with him, because he's in the gambling world, and gambling, it's kind of like getting in at the ground floor of the next movement. I feel like cannabis and gambling are the places you can make a shit ton, and he's like the premier person, and he's in at the ground floor. But billion is a fuck. And I realize I'm just starting to really realize how the rich just get richer. I always knew that, but when you see it in person with somebody close to you, and it's just like, oh, he's just going to keep going. He's just going to keep making fucking money.
Well, here's could he be a billionaire in 4 years or 6 years? Yes. Could he also die of Adderall? Some 18-year-old's fucking house in LA? Yes. No, I think both. I would say 50-50. I would say. By the way, I mean, you said you used to talk to Dave. That was a long time ago. I mean, listening to Dave on the podcast talk about you the other day. I mean, he said some nice things, but
it's content based. They don't do content together, so they don't talk.
I mean,
it really is. I mean,
you tell me this all the time. You guys really have no relationship right now, right?
No, we don't really talk much. It's not. I mean, it's weird because the public will obviously take everything like it's real, and it's a weird situation, because it's like we do, at least in the past, we always busted each other's balls and we talked a lot of shit. And it started with the Jets versus the Patriots, and then it would always get a lot more personal. He'd make fun of me for being old and married and lame with a kid, and I'd make fun of him for being hanging out with 18-year-old girls,
Right.
So then it started to get personal. But for me, I don't know. I mean, I can say serious shit. You can say serious shit about me, and then we're good. So on my end, as you described it, we're not none of us have ever been friends to the point that like we would go out after work and get a beer, or like, you know, he would never be like, you know, come to my Nantucket house this weekend and vice versa. But I never took that to mean like we're true blue enemies. Like when the chips are down, we're always cool. Like he alluded to it with when like Pardon My Take was first blowing up and Dan was really like Pardon My Take focused. Me and Dave were like, we were the ones doing the rundown at Comedy Central. We were like focused more on Barstool. We were, you know, then me and him were probably talking more. But I think at this point, he said it's kind of like cyclical and kind of like comes and goes. I don't see how we'll ever really be doing content again. So,
well, I mean, you and I basically run the only two shows at Barstool that aren't about fucking gambling. So it's you and I are left. I mean, this is it. This is the final frontier.
Yeah, and I mean they do. He does a good job. Like the way he was, you know, giving Spider and Glennie Betts. You know, he makes it very
it's good.
Common man.
He
turns it into content. But I feel what's the word? A responsibility to try to keep putting out content for, you know. I mean, I really do. I'm sure there's a lot of guys who gamble, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who, even if they gamble or don't gamble, they appreciate the content. But I would imagine if you are like an OG Barstool fan, and particularly like a Dave fan, and you used to read blogs and you're used to like us touching upon everything, you probably miss that a lot. You know, it's like it's like your favorite TV show going off the air or something like that. Like, you know, all you can hear now is gambling sports talk, which, you know, is definitely fills a need. But I'm over here trying to keep it like, you know, it used to be. Trying to keep a little bit of the old Barstool.
Well, that's why I hope Dave keeps that podcast going once a week. I'm sure he'll give up on it in like 6 weeks, but
you know what? I got to disagree there.
Why?
Because that podcast is a goddamn menace.
I saw you say that's why I like it though.
I know. Of course, that's why you like it.
Oh, you
want all the drama in the world.
You like it too. It's a disaster zone.
Yeah, I like it as long as it doesn't like impact me. The minute that it's like that I'm in the crosshairs, or the minute that I have to answer for something, I'm gonna fucking hate it.
But you haven't yet, though, right? Am I missing something?
No. I mean, so far it's actually been surprisingly.
And he's doing a good job.
You know what I take umbrage with, Portnoy?
Sure.
When he calls me a dork, I don't understand that. Well, I really think it all goes back to like I can't run wind sprints very fast.
No, what it is Dave. You see it all the time. Dave used to be this short, he's still short, this pudgy, fucking dorky guy himself, and now he thinks he's fucking cool, and he calls somebody a dork, which is just like that's the best you've got, Dave. Are you fucking?
But yeah, you know what? Listen, he has had his glow up, and I am stunned more than anybody because he used to be unspeakably ugly, and now he's something that women will have sex with.
Well, no, do you think if he looked like that and he worked at fucking Walmart, there'd be videos of him fucking with women in dog collars? I don't think so.
Well, you know, it's funny. An old video resurfaced just like a week ago, and it was when the mean like celebrities read mean tweets trend was popping, and so we did a version of that, and it was when Dave was, you know, old Dave, or he looked like Beaker from the Muppets, and he read one that was like, he read something that was like, I like thinking about Dave Portnoy doing anything sexual makes me want to puke. And then here we are, however many years later, and the man has sex tapes out, and people are like, yeah, Jeff fucks like Jeff Bagwell, yeah. So, you know, anything's possible with the glow up, that's for certain. But I think because my sports teams lose and I'm not athletic anymore, or I guess ever, he, you know, I don't know. When I think of a dork, it's like I can't go out and hang out and talk to people and socialize. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever. I guess I'm a dork in Dave's world, but I don't know. Me and him are. I feel like. Yeah. Have you ever noticed that, like, when people leave, at least if it's on good terms or at least not disastrous terms, that's actually when he's his most. You know, that's when he. You know, like when Francis left, he was like, dude's great, incredibly talented. Like, that's when you'll hear more compliments than ever. I would hope at least one day when it's all said and done, he would actually have some good things to say about
sure.
He did last week.
No, he would.
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah.
I watched that. I wound up watching the, whatchamacallit documentary, the Carton one.
Yeah, that was terrible. What a piece of shit that was.
Fucking infomercial. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
It's what I said. It's what I was terrified it was going to be. It just pissed me off.
Yeah. I didn't realize. I guess I should have. The minute that he was actually in it, I should have realized that he probably had control, or it was a favor, or he fucking straight up paid for it or something. Because I mean, that was just if you're a fan and you know the ins and outs, you didn't learn a single thing. I suppose if you came into that totally blind, you might be interested to hear about the rise and fall. But for the rest of us, it was like, yeah, we know. And then it's a touchy subject, and I am almost positive at one point I'll get to do a sit down with him. He's been elusive since he got out, but he brings up this sexual assault
when he was a kid
experience. Yeah. And I don't want to, that's horrible. And it's just like it's only come up since he went to jail.
You don't believe what you're saying?
No, I don't know if I don't believe him, but like he says that he wrote his book Loudmouth and that he wanted to talk about it in there, but that the publisher was like, this doesn't really fit the vibe of this book, which is true, by the way. Like I listened to that on audio tape. It was nothing like major, but I just, he's just telling stories. And then if there was this, all of a sudden this childhood sexual assault experience in there, it definitely would have been like, whoa, what the fuck? But, it's something he's never talked about before. And he's an outspoken dude. Like, I mean, I get it. It's not something you just go willy-nilly broadcast. But, once he was back into a corner, he brings that up. And I'm not accusing him of, like, lying, but I would like to, like, talk to him about that and why it's coming up now and how it, how it relates. And other than that, though, that whole documentary was just like total flop.
Do you think he's going to go back to FAN? They're going to bring him back?
I can't tell. I thought like no shot in the world. I think he will for sure be back, and I think he will succeed again, no problem. But I thought even if WFAN wants him, they just can't. They can't go down that road. But that's at least the rumors swirling. But I feel like that's all coming from, I think somebody at like Newsday, something out on Long Island, wrote like an article like top 5.
Speculating.
Yeah, and I think it was just like what I would like to see, or like, wouldn't this be crazy? And people are taking that as, like actual interest from WFAN. I think one pairing was Willie Colon and Carton, and it's like, well, I don't think either of those are possible, but people are running with that as if it's like a conversation they've actually had. So I can't imagine. I mean, you know how these fucking radio stations are. Could you imagine? These places are so, buttoned up and so hyper aware and afraid of their image and shit.
Entercom has a reputation for hiring felons to do radio.
Entercom, like, put it this way, they bring Craig Carton back way before they bring me back because I shit all over like the product and the station.
Yeah.
Like Carton doesn't really like Carton. I mean, the question is, do you believe him? I mean, I think he's just a bullshit artist, and I think but they need ratings. I mean, FAN is
believe him and like believe what about him?
Well, believe he's rehabilitated. Believe he's not going to gamble. Believe he's not going to try and swindle investors and advertisers and listeners into some fucking scheme. That's
maybe
that's
I'm
the key.
Naive. Like I might be naive, and I've always, every time I talk about him, I always put out the disclaimer that like I am a big fan, so maybe I'm skewed. But I believe a lot of that just came because he was in trouble. He was in a hole, and I mean, obviously, like so that means you have to stop the gambling. But I don't think he's like a career criminal who's always going to be looking for the next scam. I think he was like, I'm fucked. I'm in a gambling hole. I got to come up with some way to get this money.
Right, Kevin.
If he's not in the hole.
But what if he starts gambling and he gets in the hole again?
Well, right. And of course, that's what I he has to get to make sure he's no longer going to, like, his gambling addiction is not going to fuck up his career.
You use that term as a Barstool employee. I don't believe gambling addiction exists myself. I don't think I don't think that can happen. Do you?
All I know is that everybody should gamble responsibly. Responsibly using the Barstool Sportsbook, and nobody, as Dave says, nobody wants to end up in a trash can.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Please gamble responsibly.
That's right. But yeah, I mean, it's like, but the afternoon show at FAN now is the old midday show, right? The old guy and Evan Roberts, Beningo and Roberts.
That is. They have like drive time now. They have
Francesa's old show, right?
Yeah.
And they're getting drilled, right?
I don't know.
I thought the last book they were getting killed by Michael Kay, so I'm sure at some point it's just a revenue question. They're going to say
definitely
how many names can bring in, and whether you like Carton or not, whether you think he a name and he will bring in an audience. I mean, there's really nobody else in New York that's going to do that. I don't think.
I think they were so on top. They were on top for so long by such a wide margin that they could afford to worry about their image and all that shit. Now it's like, I mean, and I feel for them because. If you had, it would be like if all of a sudden Dave and Dan, one went to jail and one decided to retire. And it's like, well, what the fuck do we do now at the same exact time, So when they go from, they have the number one morning, the number one drive time with two of, if not the, like, most popular in their respective time slots ever. and they both happen to leave at the same time, and you didn't really, you probably knew Francesa was coming in some regard, but
sure,
he's kind of a wild card. And then obviously Carton, you had no idea. You'd be totally fucked. So, I mean, I still think that doesn't mean that like Michael K's show got it better. I still think a lot of the competition totally sucks. So I would kind of, if I were them, I'd be like, let's give it a couple of years to like, let's reboot here. It's going to be like ugly for a little while, but we got to like rebuild kind of almost like a sports team. I don't know. Maybe that's not realistic. Maybe you can't do that with the amount of money and shit on the line. But I wouldn't go getting desperate. Like, I would acknowledge that they kind of got like a wacky set of circumstances to deal with now. So before you go doing anything rash, although I guess the flip side though, to me, I think like Craig Carton's crime is not that bad. It really isn't. I mean, in my book, like if you look at what the rest of the world has done and some of these other, figures are.
Well, yeah, he's not Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, I mean, he's not Larry Nasser. I understand that, but where it gets tricky is and I've done more. I don't know if you know this or not. I did morning drive radio. I was number 1 in Boston. I had some massive.
Did you do a 15? Right?
It does. I don't need to get into it. It doesn't matter. I don't like to talk about that. It's embarrassing. I don't want to get into it. But you know how it is. Even like the question is can you trust Carton? Well, you're right. Obviously, he didn't murder anybody. The question is when he sits down, you have these dinners, and you go at these events, and you do these things. Can you trust that he's not gambling anymore? He's not in some hole who tries to win,
but that
swindle.
Is a totally different regard. That's a totally different situation than like, are we putting is our image at risk because we're putting this heinous criminal on the air? That's what I don't get. Like, if you want to say we're afraid you're going to gamble, you're going to be in the same spot, and you're going to swindle our money or someone else's money and get caught again, that I understand. But if it's like, we can't put you on the air because you're a convicted felon, I think that there's just a lot worse out there.
So you're telling me you would not want to listen to the Larry Nasser show, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, and from everything we've seen that the world has gone through, even just since he got arrested, it's like, at the time we were all clutching our pearls. I mean, I never was, but people were. And now it's like, well, and again, I know that documentary was a fucking, like you said, infomercial for him. But when they characterized it as like, he used funds at an inappropriate time, it's like, I mean, that is kind of the crime. And I understand that the crime, you got to get punished. But to be like, he took a loan and paid off gambling debts instead of using it for business purposes and got caught up in it. To me, that's someone I can still listen to and be like, I'll still listen to your opinions on almost any other matter.
Yeah, I think that's
you
fair.
want to talk about gambling and business interest? I won't.
It'd be different if it was just a financial crime, like he hadn't paid the IRS for a couple of years and he was felony tax evasion or whatever. I think when you're swindling listeners, that's when it becomes a problem for the radio station.
But here's my thing: he swindled a fucking hedge fund and a strip club owner. Those are the two main victims. It was the dude who owned Sapphire, I think, or Scores, whichever one, and gave him a big, like a $500,000 loan. And Barclays. I mean, that's just not keeping me up at night. If he was ruining mom and pop shops, and if he I don't think he swindled any listeners out of their money. I think maybe, and if it was, I think it was small time. I mean, to me, that is just not going to be, cancelable, as you guys love to talk about.
What is going on with you and these TikTok people? They're attacking you now. They've turned.
Well, I'm catching some flack. I'm getting some ricochet shots here. I'm collateral damage because they posted. There's an Instagram account called the TikTok Room. It's a spin-off of this big one, this gossip site called the Shade Room. This one is specifically TikTok oriented.
Okay.
And so they posted a clip of Dave's podcast where he was like stirring the pot with these, Dave's a 45-year-old man stirring the pot with these teenagers and their high school relationships. Mm-hmm. And the first slide on Instagram was just a screen recording of his podcast. Mm-hmm. The second slide, when you swiped, was my video from like months ago. So people only heard him, but then saw me. And I think they think I'm both. So I'm the one catching heat. And listen, I don't want any trouble with the fucking teenage. You're not
going to war with them.
No, I honestly, there's like nobody on the internet I won't fight with. I think I might draw a line at the teenage millionaires. They fucking scare me.
You need to pick a TikTok house, man. You need to align. You need some allies in this world.
That's true.
Well, it's Sway and Hype, right? Is there any others?
I have no idea.
No fucking clue.
Come on.
No, you better find your friends. No, you better find your friends quick.
I would go. I want to go pick like the the forgotten house, like the third house who nobody talks about. I'm going to put my back behind them.
Look, maybe you,
honestly,
go good.
Get Scott Peterson and Craig Carton together and start your own TikTok house.
That wouldn't be bad. I would watch that show.
You know what? We could do that. We could do like the disgraced house. You know, it'll be all the media personas who have gotten involved in the scandal and needed to crawl back up.
By the way, am I right that are you texting Steve Robinson during debates for feedback and advice?
You know what? I did hear. I listened to that clip, and I heard in your voice the shock.
Just disgust. I didn't even understand.
Well, I woke up in the morning, and I was going to do a video on the stupid fly for 1 Minute Man, but I also was like, you know, anything else that I can mention along the way, because how much can you really say? Even doing a 2-minute goddamn video about a fly is like, what else can you say other than a fly landed on his head?
True.
So I texted him just asking, you know, who won? Big, you know, give me an overview. I don't think that's that crazy.
Who did Steve say won, out of curiosity?
I think he just said it was like uneventful, but that's, I mean, obviously, right? He's not going to say Kamala won.
No.
I also said that it was unlikely to affect the overall trajectory of the race.
Right. Which, you know, basically just told me like there's really nothing else to talk about. But you know, I thought if there's one person I can like absolutely know, because there's a lot of other shit on TV and all that, and there's one person I know is going to be watching her and give me somewhat of a scoop, it's going to be Steve. Why is that so crazy?
That is true. No, that's reasonable. Are you as concerned as I am? Do you care that Twitter is censoring these stories and blocking this stuff? Not forget which side you're on politically. Does it trouble you?
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to like lose sleep over it or freak out or do like 7 weeks of coverage on it like you're about to do.
That's right. We just started, baby. We just started. That's right. Yeah. The ship is off. That's right.
I think I can script your entire show from now to the election. Yeah, I mean, ultimately it gets concerning. I know that it's kind of one of those, you know, they came for this and I said nothing, and they came for that and I said nothing, and they come for me. I just don't think that it'll really ever affect me too much, so I don't really care. I mean, I guess
Steve,
the day that they start
dangerous. This is what happens, Steve. This is how they get them. This is how they get them.
Sheeple. Wake up, sheeple.
This is how they get them. This is how they get them. And then 2 months from now, Kevin will be texting me saying, they fucking blocked my story. What the fuck? And I'm going to say, well,
no, you know what I am more? It's not as much what you're talking about, but what drives me crazy are these fucking algorithms of social media platforms, which I guess in essence is the same thing, but like I used to do 1 Minute Man years ago, back when Facebook was really like Facebook Live was coming out. Barstool said like Facebook is going to be the big player. Let's focus on them. And you know, same thing was happening. I was getting millions of views. People were loving it. Like we were about to get sponsors, yada yada. And then they just switched up their algorithm, and it like I went from millions down to like tens of thousands.
Right. Well, you know, Facebook was, the whistleblower said that they were faking those video download numbers to encourage more video content creation on Facebook.
Right. Absolutely. But I was kind of like, I don't give a shit. Like, whatever. As long as the number says what it says and sponsors are willing to pay money based on that. I don't care if it's real, if they're fake. I mean, everybody has their own rules. You know, if you watch for 1 second, it's a view. If you watch for 7 seconds, you watch for 30 seconds. That's why I think YouTube is like, I think a 30-second viewing counts as a view, which I think is the most, you know, real. So they all have their own rules, and I don't really care as long as, you know, mine are big. So so that happened with Facebook, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not doing this anymore. It's like not worth my time. And now obviously things are going really well on Instagram, where like I think at this pace we're going to get like 500 million views this year if we keep up, if not more, like as things continue to grow. But you know, with a snap of the fingers, they can change up and be like, well, we don't want to do it like this anymore. And then like, you know, luckily for me, I got other shit going, but there's other, I guess, personalities or content creators on there that are like, this totally fucked my business. Like, you know, you cut my views and like by a fourth, I'm down to like 25% of what I was. And now I got nothing. And I was like, oh shit, you know, that happens. So in a way, it's, I guess, censorship. It's more like manipulation, but that troubles me, I suppose.
You got any questions for us, Kevin, before we let you go?
No, I mean, I don't really think.
Any criticisms? No.
Well, other than that, like I said, I can just script your show for the next 7 weeks.
What do you mean?
You know what would be nice one day?
Sure.
If you were just like, I don't really care about this Hunter Biden thing. Let's talk about the Astros.
Well. First of all, I said yesterday to Steve, I don't really care about this Hunter Biden thing. Before it became a big. I don't even know.
Wow.
Are the Astros still? Are the Astros in
the question?
Still in the playoffs?
Yeah, they are.
I thought they were banned.
They're down 3-1. They just won a game last night, but they're about to be done. Yes.
Yes. See, there you go.
It's going to be Dodgers, Rays. Maybe the Braves. The Braves might win. I don't know. I do have a question.
Sure.
Give me like the 30-second download on this Hunter shit.
On the what?
On Hunter. Give me just like what exactly is going on here.
On the Twitter part of it or the actual story itself?
Just the whole fucking shebang real quick.
Go ahead, Steve. Get 30 seconds. Go ahead. Okay. 30 seconds.
So Hunter Biden was using his dad's office in order to enrich himself through Burisma, a Ukrainian natural gas company. There was an investigation into corruption at this natural gas company by the Prosecutor General of Ukraine. Burisma, in these new emails, was basically asking Hunter if he could help make that investigation go away. Joe Biden is on videotape having previously bragged about withholding $1 billion worth of aid from Ukraine as a pretense for them to fire Shokin, the inspector general. So he basically got this corruption investigation to go away at the behest of his son, who was making $50,000 a month from Burisma. And he has no experience whatsoever in natural gas.
I mean, then you guys have a problem with this.
I wasn't even listening, but yeah, it sounds bad.
I mean, like, it's like, of course, man, a fucking course. This is what goes on. Just because Biden and his gang are all, woke and progressive doesn't mean they're not fucking scumbags trying to make $1. I mean, everybody's doing this shit, right?
Well, my problem, as always, as you know, is the inconsistency. If the same thing was happening with Don Jr., people would be fucking flipping out. Twitter would not be blocking it. You know that. That's my issue with it.
No, yeah. I mean, for sure, hypocritical, no doubt. What's the thing about Biden used to make his kids pay their money to him?
It was like half the money or something. He was getting the kickback.
Let's get going with that. I like that idea that all kids have to pay their father half their salary. Let's reinforce that tradition.
There's a new New York Post story this morning, also from the documents on the laptop, that says that they were trying to form this holding company with some Chinese executives. And there's an email where it says 5% of the shares will be reserved for the big guy. They never write like Joe Biden or the vice president. So people are trying to say that the big guy that's the kick up to the president, vice president.
This all makes me like Biden more, because I feel like Biden's always put off this persona that he's this fucking, sleepy, dumb idiot. If he was more of a shark, then I'd actually feel like, yeah, maybe you can do this job.
Well, I think it makes me like Hunter. Makes me like Hunter more, to be honest. You should get him on your podcast.
He could be part of that disgrace. Put him in that disgrace house. That'd be good.
Hit the crack pipe with him. Could be fun.
I can see that.
Imagine a little answer the internet with the Biden family. Imagine the questions you can ask about what you fuck your
That's
sister.
True. That's true.
Your siblings, wife, husband, widow. I mean, they'd be like, yeah, we do it all.
I'm seeing this Deke Zucker guy tweeting that Dave is just fucking losing his mind right now on the
on Mooj.
Did you see the MILF Hunter on Sophia in a mask? Hey, Mooj.
What is he doing?
He says, everyone knows it was you racist piece of shit. Make up some stories, you douchebag liar. So Dave is losing his mind right now. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, that guy is, I guess, back on What's-Her-Face's podcast,
Sophia
pretending, hiding his... Sophia with an F, Sophia. That guy, we all... he used to hide his identity, but everybody knows it was him now. I don't know why he's going back on with a mask and a fake name.
It's bizarre.
That kid sucks.
He does suck. All right, I got one question.
You know what? Before you let me go, one more thing.
Sure.
I always stupidly and kind of inconsequentially prided myself on, doing this podcast thing. We're real about it. We press record. We don't really edit. We just let it fly. We do one take. And then I find out these girls, and not recently, we all kind of knew this behind the scenes. It was like a secret for a long time, that these girls write their podcast, scripted, have joke writers. They record for 5 hours to get it down to 1 hour. And part of me was always very proud of, I don't need to fucking do that. But then I wake up the other day, I'm like, who gives a shit? If I could make fucking millions of dollars a year by scripting it, then why I should be doing that?
You know what? I disagree. We both make a very nice living, and we have the pride of knowing that we just turn on the camera, turn on the fucking recorder, and turn it off, and we have the ability to think and have a conversation. And sometimes it's stupid, and sometimes it's sloppy, and sometimes it sounds like shit. But it's real. I would never be able to do that. I just wouldn't be able. I would not be able to live with myself. I wouldn't.
Well, for what money? I mean, you're already rich. I'm not rich yet. I guess maybe it'll change. But I need fucking money, Kurt. You can tell me right now that I can script it and make the money they're making. I would sell out in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I get it. But I mean, it's But here's the thing: they never said it was scripted, though.
Yeah, I know, and that's also that's the audience's fault for not even picking up on that. Fucking morons. Have you noticed how they never can? Anytime they do an interview or they're on someone else's show, it's a shit show. Have you ever noticed that, you don't see them ever doing it? Yeah,
that's true.
Obviously, all the red flags.
That's true.
But, But for them, it's like, yeah, okay, I can't do this, but if I, do it this way, I'll make millions. Fucking hats off. I mean, you're right. I love that I can do it, and I'm like more naturally talented than them. But who gives a fuck about being talented at podcasts if you're not making millions?
That's true.
It is. There's a deep irony about men being responsible for their success.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And then the fact that a man was the cause of the breakup as well.
True. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Have a good one, guys.
See you, bud. There you go. Kevin Clancy calling. Any takeaways?
Well, I mean, it's very predictable that he's not at all concerned with this story. But I mean, if he thought just like a few steps ahead, he could see how it will affect him. Like there's a short jump from the censorship of online information to the censorship of financial transactions. Of course, what if a bank decides that he shouldn't be transferred his pen equity because he has thought the wrong things in the past?
Well, I think that's a big leap.
It's not that big.
That's a big leap.
It's not that big. There are banks right now that are there are businesses that are not allowed to access the traditional financial system because the banks or the financial regulators don't like what they're doing, like selling guns or selling marijuana. Financial censorship is not a big stretch. It's happening right now.
Well, we know we're secure because we have Simply Safe. So you don't have to worry about anything. Correct. You go to simplysafe.com/Kirk. First, you get a free HD camera. Great way to start. And then you get a completely safe house. You got an arsenal of sensors and cameras to blanket every room, window, and door tailored specifically for your home. Professional monitoring keeps watch day and night, ready to send police, fire, or medical professionals if there's an emergency. You set up yourself in under an hour. Just peel and stick the sensors exactly where you need them. No technician required. And there's no contract, no pushy sales guys, no hidden fees, no fine print. $15 a month, 50 cents a day, and you're all set. Again, head on over to simplysafe.com/Kirk. You get a free HD camera for listeners. That's simplysafe.com/Kirk. Let them know the Kirkman Hand Show sent you. All right, what else do we got?
You were just talking about Call Her Daddy. You've kind of jumped back into the Call Her Daddy Reddit world.
I have?
Yes, you have. Based on,
I didn't know that.
There was I think the first episode we did reacting to some of the Call Her Daddy fallout.
Okay.
And you said you opened the episode kind of saying, man, you keep shitting on Sophia and you're going to turn her into a sympathetic figure.
I'm right or wrong?
Yeah, someone posted to the Call Her Daddy Reddit or the Sophia with an F Reddit or whatever. And it was like, hey, this guy called it.
There you go. See? I mean, I didn't realize that.
And the other thing is the She Rates Dogs. So there's some confusion over the Ellie Schnitt world amongst the Minifans. Gina is not the one who runs She Rates Dogs. So there's Ellie, there's Michaela, and there's Gina. Gina is the one who wants to burn down police stations, the protester girl.
Okay.
Michaela is the friend of Ellie who runs the She Rates Dog podcast and has an Entercom podcast.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, very successful.
With Ellie or no?
No, not with Ellie yet, but they are coming together for an episode. And She Rates Dogs tweeted out, we want your calls and emails for our upcoming episode. They're going to like a mailbag kind of thing.
Oh, jeez.
And the Minifans got a hold of that. And Michaela actually tweeted out like, what a wild question they got. And it was, the question about us? The question was, my boyfriend is recently taking up fencing.
Oh, really? The idea of Mike fencing is so fascinating. Like I just picture Mike with that kind of that sad woe is me face on. Like after he takes the thing off and he's got the fucking thing in his hand, the sword, he's just kind of waiting to get called again.
I don't think so. I think it will be empowering for him. He might be really good at this.
I don't think he's going to be good at it. He's blind.
But he's competing against other blind people.
He's fat and he's blind.
It's a level playing field.
And he's dumb. I don't see it being
completely level playing field.
I think fencing is a sport of the mind too, I believe. It's strategy.
Yeah, but he's again level playing field. He's not he's not fencing against Kirk Minahan. He's not fencing against some Olympic athlete.
Well, I think he'd be a great fencer,
but probably better than Mike based on your ability to see.
Did you talk to Mike again yesterday or no?
No, I did not.
The correspondence has ended.
It hasn't ended.
It's paused. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not bugging him. He's like every second I text him distracts him from fencing.
That's true.
It could open up a weakness in his defense mechanism. I could be responsible for him getting stabbed in the heart.
I suppose that's true. But it wouldn't be though.
Maybe. You never know. Accidents happen.
That's true.
What if someone swaps out the dummy swords for the sharp,
the actual swords?
Yeah.
I just can't picture him fencing. Like, do you think they put the real full outfits on?
Obviously, we're going to need video.
Yeah, I mean, this is embarrassing. The Minifans are letting us down. First of all, no Minifan is snuck in and like gone undercover yet, which is disappointing.
That's very true.
I mean, maybe they are. Maybe they are right now. We don't know about it too, though. You know, I could see that happening, but who knows? What are you looking up?
So there's this weird thing with Rudy Giuliani that I sent you this morning. So the video surfaced on, I think, YouTube, and the story is that Rudy Giuliani staffers like accidentally uploaded this video and then took it down really quickly. And I guess the left-wing narrative is that this is Rudy being like racist in a Fitzy way, like doing an Asian accent.
Oh, the Asian accent thing.
But I listened to it and I'm like, what? I can't really tell what's going on.
I find Rudy boring. He does nothing for me. I've never been a Rudy. I don't care about, I don't.
It's kind of interesting that he's at the heart of Ukrainian dirty politics, though.
It is weird. It's strange that he's the guy. I will admit. I can see how a left winger would say it's bullshit because Rudy's involved.
But you have to know that this guy first went to Mike Lee's office and didn't get a response,
right.
And then pursued many other avenues.
Yeah, he didn't just show up at Rudy's house.
Yeah, and then gave it to the FBI. And I guess if he's like a Fox News watcher and he sees Rudy all over the place and he has some reason, some way to access Rudy, I could see it happen. Who knows how many people he sent this to? I
guess, yeah. What else we got? Any good sound? Anything funny? What do we have?
No. Oh, I've got a hold on. I've got a parody song.
All right.
Lip part-time.
Not bad.
Liberal.
Well-produced song, yeah.
It's very good. It's the best. You don't agree with that premise, though?
No, I don't. I think I've moderated in my views, but I don't think anyone would care. I don't think the liberals would say I'm a liberal.
Well, no, of course not. But I would say that. Do you think the Republicans would say you're a liberal now?
I think I'm more conservative than most Republicans.
In what way?
In the way that I think that they might say my views towards big corporate power are more liberal, but I would say that they're more libertarian.
Okay.
I think that most Republicans are enthralled to the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay. Well, that's true. That's true. I think that's fair. Where are we at? Some show stuff here. Where are we at with this VFW? I saw that the VFW lady was on with the OGs on YouTube.
Yeah, night. So we're still waiting for an official response from VFW. On the Barstool side, everything's going great. We're what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this up as a raffle.
I was about to say that. Yes,
we figured that this is the fairest way to give everyone an opportunity, as opposed to saying, because basically attendance is going to be limited at 45.
45. This is about as
this is going to be one of the most. This will be the most exclusive show that the Kirk Minahan Show has done.
I saw the OG. So I watched some of the OGs last night. They did trivia with this woman, and it was 10 questions. And every question she got right, they donated a certain amount of money to it. It was show questions. You see this?
No, I didn't.
It was show questions. She got a bunch right. TJ Hubbard, I don't think, has ever listened to the show. He knew nothing. R.A. Minahan knew a bunch of them. I got like 4 right. I knew nothing. Really? I knew nothing. Nothing. Well, all right. You want me to give you a couple?
Yes.
Okay. What was Mike's NPR name?
I thought it was NPR Mike.
That's what I said. It was B. Michael Geary.
No, that was from Behind the Parody.
So I'm right then.
Maybe he used that again, but it was NPR Mike.
I would always say, let me hear from NPR Mike.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I was right.
Yeah, B. Michael Geary came from Behind the Parody.
I thought that was right. Okay.
When he put the maroon turtleneck on and the black jacket. Yeah.
And sat in my seat.
Yes.
What is Mike's mom's name?
Mama Geary.
What's her given first name?
Her given first name?
I didn't know this either.
I know this. She's just Mama Geary.
I didn't know it. I mean, I knew it once I said it. Lisa.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. What is the smallest attended show we've done outside of this studio?
The smallest attended show. The Down on the Cape for Brendan.
You got that right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got that right. I would have said I thought the Vigil. I totally completely forgot about that show.
It didn't feel like a public show.
I have no memory.
It was an intimate experience.
I remember it was a warm day in the winter, and we did. I don't think it's Brendan.
Yeah, it was.
No. I think you're wrong. I think you're going to apologize later. I think it's like.
I know his first name and his last name. Former cop.
I know he's a former cop.
Guy.
I think it's Rolf or Rolfson or something.
Not even close. No.
I think you're going to apologize later for that. I'm trying to think of some. The other ones that were fairly obvious. Could you name the Minahan boys' age from oldest to youngest? Not the actual number, but who's the oldest?
Kirk Adam Ryan.
Okay, you got that right.
Did you get that one?
I got that one.
Okay.
Which state did my dad live in for a while he was working?
Oh, Maryland.
You got that one right. Okay. What state was my daughter adopted?
Iowa.
There you go. Yes. Stephen Province said, which state was my daughter adopted from? And I felt like, well, we actually did not adopt her from the state of Iowa. It was from a lovely, Kate's wonderful birth mother, but that's okay. I'm trying to think. I can't remember the other ones, but I was not even close to them. But T.J. Hubbard knew nothing.
Are you
Thinking of removing him from OG status.
Yeah.
I'm considering it. It was an embarrassing performance. But maybe he was, I don't know.
He could have been just addled on coffee brandy.
Certainly possible. So, what was I going to say? So your proposal is, since it's 45 people, which I agree, and I like the idea that Madawaska, we were saying yesterday, should be a sprint for the tickets. That's an event. I don't think that should be a raffle. And plus, this is for the VFW, right?
Yes,
it's for this specific VFW.
So right? I think there's two benefits of doing a raffle. One is it gives everybody an opportunity to have a chance to go who wants one, because we're not creating a high price barrier. Two, it has the potential to raise more money for a charitable cause.
Right.
So what the plan is now is to sell raffle tickets for $25 a pop. So buying a raffle,
okay, that's pretty good. I like that.
One raffle ticket for $25 puts you into a drawing that we're going to do live on Periscope or here on the show. 45 of them out of a hat or a bag or whatever. We'll pull the names out, and if your name is pulled, you get a ticket. And so if you go there and you buy 4 tickets, your name's going to be in the bag 4 times. Buy 8 tickets, your name's in the bag 8 times.
So I'm sorry, where are we doing the actual ticket? You're going to set up?
So we'll do it during the show, or we'll do it on Periscope. I mean, 45 drawings is quite a bit.
No, not that. I'm saying, where are they going to? Where are they going to donate? Do we have a site set up?
So it's going to go through the Barstool store.
Okay.
So Barstool is going to set it up, and so you're going to be able to go there, pick, you want to buy 10 tickets, you want to buy 1 ticket, whatever, however many tickets you want to buy, you'll buy those tickets. Then Barstool is going to transmit to me a list of everybody who's bought those tickets. So you're going to have to consent to have Barstool share that information with me. And then we'll basically put in a bag a little slip of paper, one for every single ticket that was purchased, and then you'll draw the names.
And all this money is going to the VFW, correct?
Yes. VFW.
M. In the hand, yes.
VFW.
You bet. Yeah.
There
has to be just a fee to cover costs.
Well, it's a Hunter Biden kickback is what that is. There's a surcharge, there's a service fee.
I would say service fee is 80%.
Yeah, well, what's to be negotiated. We've also, there are some other things we have to make room for. There's the lottery pickers fee. I mean, you're not going to pull these out of a bag for free.
No, I have an appearance fee.
Yes,
that'll have to be covered as well.
Yes,
I think we're going to present this VFW with a nice check for about $70.
I think so, and you know what? They're going to be grateful for it.
Oh, it's better than nothing, right?
You know how many Bud Lights that is for a vet?
That's true.
That's that's meaningful. I could see them giving you the Presidential Medal of Freedom after this.
I would like that. No, of course, all the money is going to go to the VFW, right? 100%?
Not 100%.
Well, how much?
Well, 99.9%.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying.
We're going to rent a PA system.
Will they make me like a member of the military?
We can ask.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I'm not sure what powers the VFW is accorded under the United States Constitution. I'm pretty sure they're basically like the Department of Defense, but I don't know.
I would like to be a general.
4-star?
3 stars. I'm not.
3 stars?
I don't have an ego. 3-star general.
The 4-star generals, they're little namby-pamby bureaucrats.
That's the thing you get. Yeah,
the real men hang out at that 3-star level because you know what? They're too edgy to get that 4th.
That's right. I never got it.
Yeah.
I never was able to get it. Okay, good. So we're going to do that. It'll be fun. We'll do a show. We'll hang out. We'll have a nice dinner. We'll do the whole thing, and then take all the pictures you want. We'll do what we do. Then we'll get out of there on we're looking at what night of the week?
A Sunday night.
Sunday night. Okay.
So we're thinking doors open at 6, bean supper, show starts at 7.
Show starts at 7.
Hour and a half, 2 hours, however long Kirk Monahan wants to go. And
Perfect.
Out of there. Nobody has coronavirus.
Have some laughs. A little, we may drop the show the next day, but we get some unique stuff there if you win this raffle. Plus, it's $25 to help this VFW stay open. Essentially, right?
Yeah.
Which is they're closing down all over the place.
They're suffering just like everybody else.
So you want to throw them $25, and then you know what? If you get lucky, then you get to come to the show. That sounds pretty damn good to me. For $25, you get a live show. What are you hoping? It'd be nice to raise $25,000. I'd say that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I think anything over $5,000 is nice.
Sure. Well, I think we'll do that. But we're going to announce that. Officially, when are we going to make that official? We don't know yet.
We don't know exactly when we're going to announce. I'd shoot for sometime next week, but it all depends on how quickly we can pull together the ticket mechanism.
Right.
On the Barstool side, a couple of moving pieces coming together.
And to be clear, if you're in Al Qaeda, you're not allowed in the VFW, even though you fought in the foreign war.
No, you can buy a raffle ticket for sure.
Okay, good. I'm looking forward. I think we'll have a good time. I think it'll be fun.
You might get shot.
It'll be our first live show without Mike.
Will it though?
Well, I mean,
Madawaska.
Physically, I'm saying.
was Mike in Madawaska?
He was in Madawaska. For sure he was in Madawaska. Will he be in Madawaska next year?
It's a good question.
I think he'll be there in like the separate, like he'll be in the booth. Like I used to be the guy in the Kirk Minahan show during the live, during that, when we do the whole thing that day, I think. I could see that.
Stacey!
It'll be a big list.
Stacey, remember me?
Yeah, he'll be there. Well, I don't know. All right, good. So we're doing that. Okay. Any other show stuff or no? I feel like I'm forgetting one show thing I want to bring up.
You're not trying out for the track team at high school. You're trying to learn to cope with daily life as a blind person.
The Golden Girls? Emotional episode.
It was.
What else we got?
That's all I've got for sound.
All right. We'll take a few calls and get out of here. I mean, unless you have any more. I don't think there's any more Hunter Biden thoughts, is there?
Well, I mean, there'll be more tomorrow. There's more dropping.
That's what I'm saying.
I would expect that Tucker's going to have some stuff on his show today. That new China story dropped today, which isn't quite as sexy.
That's true.
You know, when I first looked at the that picture of Hunter Biden sleeping, I didn't immediately see that it was a crack pipe in his.
Oh yeah, neither did I.
I thought it was just like, oh, there he's passed out drunk. You have to really do some CSI work to see that he's got a crack pipe hanging out of his mouth.
It's true. All right, I'm going to take a pee. Load him up. Do you think they interviewed a bunch of people for that position before Hunter Biden got the job in the Ukraine? I think it was a full.
Sasha Obama.
All right, Steve's urinating. We'll see if they're loaded up here in a second. And we are doing our show 5 days this week. We do 5 shows a week every week. We're actually going to be here tomorrow morning on Friday. We'll be doing 5 shows. I can hear Steve peeing. It's a powerful, loud urine. Jesus. It's a lot of force, a lot of speed coming out of that penis of his. That liberal penis of his. I wonder if his penis is more thoughtful and caring now that he's a liberal. It's a good question. I mean, I do think, I don't want to get in the battle with him again. Again, it's just me here. I don't think I've ever spoken in the studio completely by myself, ever until now. It's kind of weird. There's no one here but me. For all I know, the mics aren't even working. This is unnerving in a way. Boy, Steve is still peeing. He's still peeing. I'm not surprised he filled up that fucking bottle. Now he's flushing. I also wonder if we should get I wonder what you guys think about this. Like, the bathroom's kind of gross. It's dirty. The rest of the place is fine. I don't know if we need to. I was just saying, I don't think I've ever spoken by myself ever until now in this place.
No, you did during a couple of shows you recorded at Howie's studio with me.
No.
Not in this place,
fuck
though.
Are you talking
I mean,
about?
like podcasting generally.
No, this show. Ever. Since this show started. By myself.
Yeah, probably not, no.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm also wondering, I was curious for your thoughts on this. I'm willing to pay for it myself, obviously. Do you think it's worth us bringing in like a cleaning lady maybe once every couple of weeks?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that too.
While you were in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Were you thinking about that? Yes.
every time I go in there, I'm like, I wonder how long it's going to be until Kirk raises the prospect of this. Well, there's a couple of people I've reached out to saying, would you like to advertise on the show as a trade relationship?
Okay.
And just come clean this place, but I haven't had any luck.
Why don't we just get a random Minifan to come clean it? They'll do it.
Sure, yeah.
As long as I'm not here. They can do it.
Volunteers, let's go.
Or I'm willing to do it, or I'm willing to pay. I mean, whatever.
I could probably just go get a mop and clean it.
I don't want you to clean. You don't have to clean the bathroom. It's not part of your job. But, somebody should probably come in, clean the bathrooms, and maybe give this whole thing a little, it's 2 rooms.
Yeah.
We don't care about the fucking other rooms.
No.
Your studio, in here a little bit. Again, there's nothing, we don't eat in here. We don't do it.
No, I mean, carpets don't even really need to be vacuumed.
No, they could give it a
little tidy.
They could give it a once over. Yeah. Give yours a once.
I guess my skepticism about having people clean in here is someone needs to be careful. we got a lot of equipment in here. I don't want shit broken.
Well, you could keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I could.
Okay. I mean, the whole thing would be, it's not like cleaning a house. You're cleaning up at one bathroom in these 2 rooms.
Yeah.
That's it.
Basically, the bathroom just needs to be cleaned.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind these rooms being cleaned. It's just once, how often? 2 weeks?
Once a month even.
Once a month?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You want to get to work on that?
Yep.
Okay. If Minifan wants to do it, that's fine as well. All right, are they loaded up?
They're loaded up.
All right, let's go.
Kirk.
What's up?
What's up? It's Arizona lawyer guy.
Okay, I don't know who that is, but all right.
Well, I can't give my name. I want to share a story with you guys.
Okay.
So this guy, I do criminal defense. This guy comes into the firm, and he goes, well, I've been arrested for voyeurism. So I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, I was beating my dick. So they don't give too many details. So I get the police report, and this motherfucker would beat his dick to Liberty Tax ladies. Do you know what Liberty Tax is?
Yeah, okay. All right, go ahead. I mean, I was. Wow. Jesus.
That might be part of the reason why the bathroom smells so bad.
What's that?
All those fetuses we've been flushing.
I didn't even think of that. That's a good point. Might be an issue for the cleaning people. Hello.
Kirk, I'm looking for some consistency here. I have a major criticism.
Go ahead. I'm willing to address it, see how I do.
Okay. Trivia on the show the other day. You forced Steve to answer all the questions. The only one he got right was a blatant guess that you forced out of him. The poor guy that you asked the questions to, he didn't force anything, and they tied. Steve got 0 questions right, if we're going by those rules. That guy won. He deserves credit.
He did win. You got 2 right anyway.
No, you said it was another guy that just got 1 right. And
the guy wasn't one guy who hung up on us?
he didn't finish. DNF.
Yeah,
he was TKO.
No. The first guy got 1 question right.
Okay, I'll go back and listen to it. As you know, I will. Sounds good to me. See you later, buddy.
Got that. Eyes on the important stories today.
Still loaded up?
They are.
2 terrible calls to start. Hello?
I think you're missing the most obvious cleaning person you could use is Mrs. Carabas.
That's true. That's a great point.
Should we call Jared?
Call Jared right now. 1 second. That's a great point.
Fantastic.
That is a great point, caller.
But then, would we be able to shame him?
Oh, we will pay her more than Jared's paying.
Okay,
I will pay more than. That is a great point. He might still be sleeping because there was baseball last night.
That's 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, are we live to tape?
We are. I have one question for you before I know you have to get back to work. So I was just saying to Steve, we both went to the bathroom before we took calls. The bathroom's a mess. The place is a mess. We need a cleaning lady. We're actually going to bring one in. Would your mom be willing to clean our studio for a fair market price?
I mean, what's the market price?
Well, I don't know. I think, how big is your condo?
I don't know, probably like 2,200 square feet.
Oh, look at you. So we're talking about cleaning the bathroom, Steve's studio, the main place.
That's less than 1,000 square feet.
Way less than 1,000 square feet. Way less.
I don't know that. I mean, it's not like she's desperate for money. She's just desperate to spend time with her baby boy. I think, for me to send her to Watertown to be like, hey, go scrub Kirk's toilet, I feel like would be demeaning and demoralizing.
Okay.
What if she comes with you every time you're on the show and cleans?
How about that? And then maybe we all go to dinner afterwards.
I mean, I honestly, Kirk, I would rather pay her double to just do mine than to have her take on a second job of doing your studio. And it's nothing against your studio. Sure. It's really just the act of having to clean your toilet. I would never.
It's a bidding war.
As a friend,
I would never subject my mother to do that.
Okay, as a friend, I think we're friends, right?
Yes.
Would you object if I went around you to social media and contacted her and asked her that question?
I don't know. I wouldn't want her doing it. I think that this is just a one client. Yeah, I would double. I think
this is a way for us to get your mom more money.
So she's a boutique firm, you're saying? She has one client only, you.
Correct.
Okay.
Does she have any recommendations for us in the cleaning world? Does she have does she go to networking events for household cleaners?
No, she doesn't. I feel like it's more of like a startup where
that's how you start.
One client type deal. Yeah, I don't think she's looking to expand. I think
Is she looking to be a cleaning pimp, or maybe she'll get some girls or guys to do it for get 10-15% off of it?
Yeah, I think you know what? That's what I'm going to do. You've now motivated me to up her rate.
Okay, well then we did a good thing. Fine. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, Kirk.
All right, see you soon. Sounds like we're gonna have to try and get her to do on our own. It sounds like to me, Steve.
Kirk Minahan, warrior for the underprivileged.
Well, that was a great point. Is the caller still on or no?
Yes.
Right. Yes. Well, I guess you got your answer, caller.
Oh, you just hung up.
I mean, whether the show gives you that immediate, that kind of
immediate
service
gratification.
Right there.
Yes. Probably delete the first 2 calls.
It's probably a good idea, actually. You're just like Twitter, Steve. You know that?
Yeah, I am. Censorious. Censorious Steve.
Censorious Steve. Censoring Steve. All right, they're still loaded up?
They're still loaded up.
Hello.
Hi, I have a question about the Jeep
Okay.
that you were driving.
I was.
So I currently am driving a Mercedes, and I'm my lease is up soon, and I was thinking about getting a Jeep,
Okay.
and I want to know what kind you were driving.
I was driving a Jeep Cherokee. I think a Jeep Grand Cherokee, if I'm correct. I see them now. What's your name? I'm sorry.
My name is Angel.
Your name is Angel. Angel, I see these Jeeps now all the time. They just there's so many of them, Steve. And they're just taunting me. They're speaking to me.
There's a weird effect where once you zero in on a kind of car, you see more of them, because I see Subaru Crosstreks all over the place.
Oh, at the rallies you go to, you mean?
No, on the roads.
Sure, right, yeah. You bet. I'm sure you do. Yep. At those meetings you go to now. Mm-hmm. That's right. What kind of
was it a good drive?
What's that, Angel?
So you liked it?
Well, I just like, what kind of Mercedes do you have?
So I have an SUV.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're sort of already high up. I like being up there. You know what? I want to get up there again. You know what I'm saying?
I don't blame you. It's nice to be up high.
Yeah, you just feel better about yourself. I feel like a loser now when I'm driving around that Mercedes. Poor me driving around that Mercedes, you know?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's tough, but I like all the bells and whistles, and you're just, in a Mercedes.
That's true, Angel. That is true. You get what you pay for, though, you know?
That's very true.
All right.
Very true.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right. Have a good day.
Okay, well, thanks for your input. Bye.
Goodbye, Angel. Hello.
Kirky.
Yes.
Kirky, how are you?
I'm doing fine.
I'm curious how you doing today. Are you happy?
I feel pretty good.
You feeling good?
I feel fine, thank you.
Okay, well, if I see you around my neck of the woods, I'm going to stomp you on the curb. You hear me?
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. See you soon.
All right, I'll see you later, Kirky.
See you, buddy. It's fair. Give me a warning. I mean,
just a casual threat of violence.
Well, I mean, it's better than not. I mean, at least I can keep my head in a swivel today, you know?
Report him to Jack.
Need a little Omax after that, Steve. That's all I need. A little cryo freeze right in that neck, right?
Oh,
That happens. 1 second.
Hi, Kirk.
1 second, buddy. If I get that Omax, that Omax Health will help me out there. If this
After you've been curb stomped, yes.
If I get curb stomped, you think, well, I'm dead. Well, no, not so much. You use your cryo freeze CBD roll on that neck. I'll be popping up. I'll be fighting. I'll kick the shit out of that guy. And I'll put it on him. He gets fixed, beats me up. We do it all day. It lasts 8 hours. You go to omaxhealth.com. You enter my name, Kirk, Kirk, 20% off site-wide. Not just the cryo freeze. You get everything there. Everything's site-wide. This is 100% natural CBD powdered remedy. I keep saying powdered. Powdered.
CBD powered.
Powdered would not make a lot of sense. I mean, it might, but in this one, it doesn't really work. Inflammation goes down. Muscle and joint flexibility up with Cryo Freeze CBD roll-on developed by Omax Health. So bring it on. Bring it on, motherfucker. I'll be ready to get curb stomped because I have this with me. omaxhealth.com. Enter the code Kirk for 20% off site-wide. They're still loaded up, Steve?
They're still loaded up, Kirk.
All right. What's up, man? What's going on?
This is one of actually Mike's captains on the fencing team.
This is one of Mike's captains?
Yep.
Okay. How are you doing, Captain?
He just got through the hazing process.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, no. This isn't going to be good for his self-esteem.
I'm surprised it's going on at this school.
Let's just put it this way. A big black man named Buddy.
Okay. All right. Good talking to you.
Just
all right. Okay. I was hoping for more wit there, but all right. I don't know why I was expecting that. But
I don't know.
Sounds young enough to be at that school. All right. Hello.
Kirk, I think you owe that poor old granny in Cork an apology for not knowing where Winchester was.
The woman at the bank?
The woman in the bank.
Why is that?
Because you said that Winchester was the place where you were from. So how the fuck did she know?
No. You're getting this. No.
York.
Shut up. You're getting the story fucked up. Did you listen to the story?
I did.
Okay.
Like 8 times.
Okay. What she said was she knew people from the United States. I said, where? She said, Winchester. I said, that's where we live. It doesn't matter. She doesn't have to know where it is. The odds of that happening are remarkable. 1 in what, Steve? What are the odds of that?
No. For her, Winchester
1 in 100 million?
New York State. Like, she wouldn't have a clue.
That's not true. She would. I know Dublin's a big city in Ireland. She knows New York City, Chicago, Boston. She knows what they are.
She is some old bogger from the back arse.
No. She was plenty smart. No, she wasn't a dummy. She was working the bank. She was very professional. She would have known if she said Los Angeles, I would. If I said I lived in L.A., I agree. Not a big deal. Winchester, the fact that it's in fact unknown makes it more remarkable, as a matter of fact.
I don't believe so. I think you're wrong, Kirk.
Okay, I'll agree to disagree. Talk to you later. I mean, I don't even think that's...
The guy's calling from Ireland, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
International number. I love the idea that you're like the secretly the top entertainer of the IRA holdouts.
Well, I mean, did some work with the IRA in the 90s. Me and Cullen. Cullen was there. He brokered that meeting that time. Remember that one story? It was like he walked in they were like facing off and he was in the middle of it.
You know what? We actually need to get Kevin Cullen's comment here because he must be absolutely devastated by Twitter's new policy.
That's true. Yes, that's a good point.
Never going to be able to post another Cullen column.
Good point. Well, didn't he take down his Twitter account?
Yeah, he's taking out his Twitter account, but the Globe still tweets out his stuff from time to time.
That's true. They're fucked now.
Yeah.
They can't do it.
That goes for a lot of their writing, actually.
They're still loaded up?
They are still loaded up.
All right. Hello. Good point.
Hey, Kirk.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Good morning.
So it's a girl calling, so I'm nervous. But I finished that new J.K. Rowling book because I was so intrigued by all the controversy of it. And literally nothing that people were mad about is in the book. So, yeah, I kind of wanted your thoughts on that, how people, like, put out a book, like, the ratings for it were like, you can't read this, it's transphobic. And I read it, and there's nothing about that at all in the book.
Wasn't there was just one line about a cross-dressing undercover detective, right?
Nope. No, that's not it, Steve.
Is the one where she's like
someone...
She has a male pseudonym, right? An author name or something? Is that right?
Yeah, she goes under the name Robert Galbraith.
Yeah. What's it about? I would have no desire to read this book. What's it about?
So it's in a series. I haven't read the other books.
Okay.
But it starts off with this 40-year-old missing woman case, and it was presumed that this serial killer had done it in the 70s, but they never actually found out. So the two detectives start taking on the case to find out what happened. There was speculation that, someone came into the doctor's office that someone thought was a man, but was dressed as a woman. But
yeah, exactly. That's what the criticism was about. Yeah,
right.
That's what the criticism was about. It was like the idea that she could write about a cross-dressing character or potentially cross-dressing character. That's why they were angry.
But that's something that happens, so we shouldn't talk about unsavory things.
Of course it's a total media overreaction bullshit.
Herein lies the problem with liberalism.
Yeah, I mean, I think you listen to the show every day?
I do, every single day.
Okay, do you think that I have a problem with J.K. Rowling writing a book and having a character like this? Of course I don't. But, by the way, you know who else doesn't mind?
Think you do at all.
Like fucking Emma Watson and Dana Radcliffe. They don't care either. They're just pretending. It's all pretend.
Just rolling around in their stacks of money.
Yeah, it's just pretend. The whole thing, the whole thing's pretend.
I know, but then you see things how Twitter is with what happened yesterday. We continue to just pander and cater to people's sensitivities to the point where, I mean, with her book, the ratings on it, the first couple ratings are 1 stars from people that hadn't read the book.
Of course, yeah.
Explicitly saying they hadn't read the book.
Of course. Yeah, thanks. Well, thanks for the call. But yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry to hang up on you. But yeah, no, it's bullshit. I mean I'm not going to read it, but, it's weird that's she's doing this stuff now. But you know,
what do you mean?
I mean, just writing like, you know,
it's part of her. She had a close friend who was railroaded out of academia for taking a stand.
No. I'm saying it's weird. This is what she's writing now. It's like mystery novels under pseudonyms at this point in her life. But I guess what are you gonna do if you're J.K. Rowling? Like, it's kind of hard.
I mean, everyone's just looking at her like, all right, when's book 8 coming up?
Right.
Like,
that's.
I want Harry Potter as an adult. There's gonna be some new evil wizard rising up.
It'd be great if she just went all in, just totally freaking insanely like.
What if the new Voldemort was a transgender?
I don't think that's gonna happen. But you never know.
It'd be funny though.
Yeah. They're loaded up?
They're loaded up.
All right. Hello.
Listen to me, you motherfucker. I'm tired of you fucking slandering my brother's good name. He's a goddamn American hero.
He's killed millions of senior citizens. Millions. You have blood on your hands, Chris. And by the way, we both know you didn't have fucking coronavirus, so cut the shit.
I can fucking sleep well at night knowing I told the goddamn truth and my brother saved lives. He didn't kill anyone. He's Killer Cuomo!
He killed senior citizens.
They were already halfway out the fucking door.
Well, what the fuck do you want? Can't argue that. Chris, produce your test. Produce your coronavirus positive test result, please.
I don't have to produce dick. Meanwhile, we got a president who won't release his tax return.
Don't focus on that. We're not talking about that right now. We're not talking about that. Your brother is responsible for deaths. Your brother is like an SS guard. He's responsible for murders.
My brother will be a fantastic attorney general in just a short amount of time.
All right. Anything else, Chris?
Guess what?
Go ahead.
I got an inside track to be the next press secretary.
I could see that.
Some would say he already is.
I could see that.
I'm not going to take shit from nobody. And meanwhile, I'm a fucking puppet for the Democrats, huh, Steve? What about you?
Well, that's the thing, Chris. I mean, have you noticed that Steve has become more liberal lately?
I have, and I like it.
I'm just going to say,
you had a left-leaning voice on your program.
That's a good point, Steve.
Chris, can you hook us up with a copy of your brother's book? We're dying to read it. As are most of New York.
I got it, Steve. I got it.
Maybe I should give you Don Lemon's number. How about that?
Sure. We'd love to have
Don Lemon on.
I mean, just apologize for your brother and we can move on. I doesn't always to be combative with you, Chris. I mean, just admit your brother made some mistakes and we can move on.
Listen, we got nothing to apologize for. We've been great for the state of New York. We've done a great job.
All right. Goodbye, Chris. Well, he's defending his brother. I respect that.
The roid rage.
By the way, he never had coronavirus. That never happened. It just never happened.
It's a fucking scam artist.
It's unbelievable. All right. They're still loaded up?
CNN's so goddamn corrupt. Yes, they're loaded up. 603, you're up.
Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing?
What's going on?
So I'm calling to thank you, Kirk.
You're welcome.
So at the beginning of coronavirus, my wife got me into Little People, Big World.
Oh, God.
And
I watched it last night.
Thank you so much for exposing Amy Roloff for the fraud that she is.
Did you watch Did you watch this week's episode or no? Did you watch this week's episode?
I did, yeah.
I can't believe I'm ranting on this 2 days in a row. Amy, your fucking house is here's the premise, Steve. I told you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have this massive farm property. They made a deal. They bought the husband bought the ex-wife out, and she will not get out of this fucking house. This fucking house is a disaster. It's so disgusting. They have millions of dollars. She could bring somebody in like us, fucking clean it, take it out, and get out of there. And she keeps doing, can I push the deadline back another 2 weeks? I want to push it back. Fuck you! Get this fucking shit out of the house. Poor Matt Roloff. He can't even move at this point. He's fucking all disjointed. It's unbelievable. Go ahead.
That was my huge takeaway. I went back because I'm a loser and I watched all the early seasons. This guy takes the middle of nowhere Oregon, turns it into a multi-million-dollar business. She complained the whole way. She's like, I've got 30 years, Matt. She bitched and moaned the entire time. She's a wet blanket. And here's the best part, Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the best part. Mm-hmm. If you watch this week's episode, you can see on Chris's face he's got a couple holy shit moments.
Yep, he knows. He knows.
Man.
I'm
in for this. I'm in for this. I paused it and I made my wife look. I'm like, look, I told you about this. The guy's like, I got the back nine with this broad.
No way. He's out.
Anyway,
He's out. He's out. He's out. Thanks. He's out by the middle of 2021, 2022. No doubt. There's no. She's the worst character in television history. I hate her. Go ahead. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
So my dad just recently passed away from cancer.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. Jeez.
Yeah, 3.5 year battle, but he went out strong. So I'm flying out to Chicago this weekend for the service. I got to do the eulogy. I've heard over the years people say what a great job you did to your dad.
Steve, what the fuck?
Everybody's got cancer stories. Come on.
What the fuck? The guy wanted eulogy advice. I mean, Jesus.
The Cancer Story podcast.
Call back tomorrow. The what?
The Cancer Story podcast.
Well, sometimes this is that. That is ruthless. 1 second. That is ruthless. Call back tomorrow. That is absolutely ruthless.
Oh, give him your eulogy advice now.
No, go ahead. No, it's fine. I would just say, if it's been, I don't want to be a dick, but if it's been 3.5 years,
you should have been working on something.
I was all, it's the Mike Geary thing. Mike would have written the eulogy 3 minutes before with his mom. If his mom got, unfortunately got her head blown off by Stephen Paddock or whatever his name is. Mike would have said,
it's not great.
Insurance agent, scholar.
He's a real estate investor. Real estate investor, Steve Paddock.
Mike would have been sitting there in the church, thinking of lines to write. You gotta. I'm sure he has. Just think of a couple of memories. And the other thing is, you got to mix it up a little bit. Some laughs, some tears. You got to keep them up and down.
But how did your parents meet? What's their love story?
That's not bad.
That's perfect fair.
Sure, that's fine. But also,
what's your favorite memory? A time you really pissed off your dad.
Yeah, and my thing was mine was long. It was like 15 pages. Like it was long. But I focused on, I don't know if it was 15 pages. Probably 10 or 15 minutes. I focused on a couple of things, and then you kind of told the story, and you had the beginning, a middle, and end, and you tie it all together. That's all. But just be honest, and everyone in the room will know you and know him, and they'll want to hear some stories that'll make them laugh. Because at times like that, you actually do want to laugh. That's what I would say. But go ahead. All right, what's up, buddy? Hello.
Hey, fact checker from Facebook and the New York Times calling in.
Oh, hello. How are you? Good.
Just wanted to. I'm good. I seems to be some confusion on whether or not something is fact worthy or worthy of it or not. And I want to kind of answer some questions for you.
Go ahead.
So if you give me some examples, I can tell you whether or not it's fact worthy or not. So
okay, can I start?
Go ahead.
Is it true that President Trump once went to a Ritz-Carlton in Moscow and watched a bunch of Russian hookers urinate on a bed that Barack Obama and Michelle Obama once slept on?
Yeah, that is absolutely 100%.
That does feel like it could be true, though, doesn't it? I mean, are you totally denying that happened, Steve, to be fair?
Yes, I am totally. He's a germaphobe. Is it true?
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it true that Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh is a serial gang rapist?
Again, it's really hard to not say that isn't true. There's a policy we have internally that if it's against somebody like a Brett Kavanaugh or something, we're going to go ahead and say it is true. Actually, I'm sorry. I fucked that up.
All right, goodbye. See you later. You tried to. All right. We're still loaded up?
Yep.
All right. Hello.
Well, hey there, fellas.
Oh, wow.
How you been?
It's been a while. How are you doing?
Mike and I have been going through a bit of a rough patch.
Sure.
But I have a little bit of an update.
Wait, why have they been going through a rough patch?
Mike and his penis?
If it's so much time together.
Well, I would think that Mike's penis, I don't want to speak for Mike's penis, but the idea that he might get jabbed by a fucking sword or whatever would be concerning to me. No?
That's true.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm so concerned, Kirk. Actually, to help Michael out while he's at fencing, I've enrolled in a Seeing Eye program. So It's a little difficult. The dogs keep stealing me and bearing me out. I have to burrow my way out into the ground like an earthworm. But
right, yeah.
I think it's going to be positive.
Good.
Mike and I are going to go to the grocery store this weekend,
Good.
see how it goes.
Okay.
He got a little vest for me and everything, so I'm very excited. But I do worry about Michael. I think he might not be doing so well with the masturbation 101.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Why? What's going on?
Well, he'd know best.
I would think.
Well, it's a little rough on me because he has to keep retaking the class because he won't take that stupid towel off of him.
Oh, Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
It's gross. It's crusty.
All right, bye, Mike's penis. Goodbye. Okay, we'll take one or two more. Get that there, Steve. 5 days this week, not just 5 shows. 5 days. Doing the show tomorrow. Bullshit. Hello. Yes.
617.
Hey, have you seen the Carissa Thompson sex tape?
Have I seen the Carissa Thompson? I have not seen the Carissa Thompson. There is one, huh?
There is one.
How is
Check it out. Pretty good.
She does. Is that new to the world or?
Relatively.
Yeah, I don't
think so.
So somebody had. It just does not seem right. I feel bad. Somebody hacked in this person's.
Don't share it on Twitter.
I guess that's true. I suppose. But that's what it is.
Oh, he's gone.
No, okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. Ay. Jesus. That's not good. Hello, what's up?
Hi, I'm wondering do you think K. Marco will be pushed out the door? Or how long does his contract go for?
I don't think he'll get pushed out the door because I think he's got equity. There's a whole deal. He's
got
not
a lifetime loyalty agreement.
Yeah, Dave's made that clear. He's not going.
It's like what Kirk said in the episode Monday, Rubber Room.
Yeah, that's what he is now.
K. Marco.
Like he'll do an occasional blog post, but he's no different. Like now that Mike's gone, he is the least valuable employee at Barstool Sports. Actually, worse because
number 2 least valuable would.
What's that?
How about Liz? What do you think her future's going to be?
I don't know. Another 0. Like I don't know what she does.
She still does that show, Chicks in the Office.
Less than
No, she
0.
doesn't.
She doesn't?
No, it's Rhea and Fran, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Okay,
She's a zip. I think another K. Marco.
Bachelor stuff.
Isn't K. Marco's other ex-girlfriend running around?
Kelly Keegs.
Yeah, doing some bad.
Kelly Keegs. Yeah, he can get some lookers. I'll give him that. Liz stinks.
Total 0. Adds nothing.
Liz.
All right.
Crazy how when you control who gets promotion on the blog.
Strange how that works, isn't it?
Your relationships benefit.
I'm not willing.
Odd.
I wouldn't go that far, honestly.
Not speculating anything. But it's odd.
No, it's weird. All right, we'll take 1 or 2 more. They're loaded up, I imagine.
They are.
All right. Hello.
Kirk.
Yes.
Kirk, you're back with Alex Jones here. How you doing, Kirk?
Alex, how are you?
Hey, Kirk, just want to say thanks for that 1-week trial of socialism, bringing in that Matt Toronto guy.
Well, we tried it.
Wow, that guy's really paid by the globalists. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Kurt, I want to be honest with you. I got a special treat for Kurt and the Mini fans today.
Okay.
I got breaking news here, Kurt. This is a hot tape.
Well, let's hear it.
I've got Nancy Pelosi talking with one of the big CEOs trying to get this stimulus deal done.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to play it on the Kurt Minahan show. Kurt, here it is.
Go ahead.
Nancy, you fucking bitch. You better get that stimulus package done. I'm selling nachos for $30 a pop, Nancy. My stock's in the fucking dumpster. We need Space Mountain fully stocked. 100 people on that fucking ride, Nancy. I swear to God.
Steve. All right, thanks for the call. He tried.
Bring me 15 hookers now and get the drugs ready.
Okay. One more. Let's get
one more Alex Jones drop or one more call?
One more call. I like the frogs one with Alex Jones. All right. Hello.
Hello. Hey, Kirk and Steve.
Hello.
I got two questions for you.
Okay.
First of all, so while Andrew Cuomo has been an absolute 0 in the media, he's pretended to take coronavirus seriously and has acted like it's been a priority for him from the beginning, and his approval ratings have soared.
Right.
Do you think there's a world where if Donald Trump pretended to take it seriously, that this would have been a layup if he gave like speeches about uniting the country like a wartime president, that his approval ratings would have soared, or do you think the liberal media just never would have allowed that to happen?
They would have never allowed. I mean, I think it would have helped to some extent.
He would have done better. He would have done better if he didn't, like, minus the bleach comment.
But they would have, what the liberal media would have done was pointed out the inconsistencies that they're not pointing out with Cuomo, though. So they would have said X amount of deaths are happening. They would have blamed stuff on Trump. They would have said, while he's doing this, while he's claiming to care about this is going on. While with Cuomo, they just ignore it, which is so big.
It's bizarre.
It's just so weird. It doesn't even... Because Andrew Cuomo's a nothing. It doesn't even matter.
It's about access journalism. It's about reporters wanting to be close to power. It's about them, loving getting little leaks and tips from the governor's mansion. That's what it is.
I guess, yeah. But where's the national media on it? It's a good story. It's just weird. I don't know. Thanks for the call. It's not the laughs I was looking for, but a good question, as a matter of fact. A good pointed question. We've done it all in these calls today. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, I'm a huge gearhead, and I really miss Mike.
Me too.
You know, the show is just so fast-paced now. You know, before there was there's breaks while Mike was talking because I would just kind of tune out, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, you need to pay attention now. It's true.
It's just constant entertainment. Now I have to hang on to every word that you guys say.
No. What I miss is as a listener, because I will go back and listen, obviously, is I miss when I would say something, and then Mike would kind of essentially say the same thing, but in a different way. That kind of gave the audience a chance.
I don't know.
Exactly.
It's just... It never fucking ends.
To take a break and kind of figure stuff out. You know? Yeah, it's not fair. You're right. We should do something about that.
Well, it just now the show lacks those predictable first level mainstream opinions, kind of regarding all the show's topical issues, whether it's comedy, politics, etc.
And I'll let you continue, but it's also sort of you miss the predictability, right? Because you knew where Mike was going to stand on something, whereas with us, me, not Steve so much. You don't really know. With Mike, you always knew what it was going to be. You knew it was going to be kind of mediocre. It wasn't going to be very thoughtful. It wasn't going to be very prepared. Totally. I miss that. As being on the show, I do miss that.
No.
I totally agree, fellas. And now it's just, the show is just kind of almost too funny.
Right.
I spit out my chalky milk while I'm listening now. And that's just not good. You don't want to waste chalky milk. Kurt.
For sure. Well, thanks for the call.
Counterpoint, though.
Go ahead.
Earlier this week, we were trying to figure out who does that wacky radio show that we made fun of over a year ago. Mm-hmm. We were drawing up blanks.
Counterpoint to what? I'm saying I missed the guy.
He came up.
Yeah, I miss Mike. I actually do miss Mike. It's not the same having him around.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Thanks for the call. All right. They're still loaded up or no?
They are.
All right, one more, we'll get out of here. I'm ready to go. I've had enough. I've had enough today, Steve. How much can I give these people? Hello.
So I was going to talk about something else. I was going to bring up Hubie Halloween, but I was wondering.
Have you seen that yet, Kirk?
I am not going to watch that.
Don't watch it.
You watched it?
What happened to Adam Sandler?
He got $100 billion from Netflix.
He's got the most fascinating, but at the same time, in the middle of that deal, he'll do an Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Or he'll do he does one like that, then he does them. It's weird. I mean, I just saw the picture on Netflix, and I was like, I cannot watch this fucking movie.
It's like a combination.
You watch the whole thing.
My 8-year-old wouldn't even watch it.
No, mine either.
I watched the whole.
You watched the whole movie, Steve?
I watched the whole thing.
Why?
Because if Adam Sandler's in it, I'm going to watch.
What's your review?
Oh God!
My review is that the character is like an amalgamation of Billy Madison and Bobby Boucher.
He's 55 years old now.
I know, but he's still doing their weird voice. You are a wacky character. Yeah, so he's that,
God.
And it's like a Disney movie mystery show.
No, I can't. How bad was it? Is it the worst movie he's ever made?
I think it might be the worst
movie
he's ever made. I don't know. Well, no, I mean he's made some bad ones like what was it? Punch Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love was not bad.
No,
it was good. That's Paul Thomas Anderson. That's what I mean. He does. I mean, like fucking Click or what's the one?
But then I kind of like Click. I didn't think.
What's the one he did with Al Pacino? The one where he was
Anger Management.
No, it's Jack Nicholson. No. The one where he's
that Click. Al Pacino was in. No.
Jack and Jill.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what's funny was That's My Boy. You didn't see that one with Andy Samberg? That's actually funny. That's funny. And Happy Gilmore is one of my favorite comedies ever.
Yeah, it's amazing. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Waterboy, those are all really funny.
Yes. I mean, they're uneven and they're stupid, but so what?
Yeah, but they're stupid funny and they're quotable.
But this looks like just lazy. Just it, we'll do it.
I mean, there was some writing involved. It's not
some writing involved?
Yeah, there's some writing involved.
I've read that Netflix is thrilled. They've made a fortune off it. Yeah, they want to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a bunch of people who watch this just because it's a hokey Halloween movie and it's got Adam Sandler.
What's it called again?
Hoagie's Halloween or something. It takes place in Salem, actually.
Does it really? They shoot it there or no?
I don't think so.
Because he shot the other ones up in North Shore.
Okay. Well, then maybe he did.
No, I know, but the ones with Rock and Schneider and the grown-ups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which were not great.
Yeah.
They were not great.
Definitely had some duds. He's due.
Yeah, I guess. All right. We should do Blue Nile. We had our calls yesterday, of course. If you're looking to get engaged, how about, you know what? I'll say this right now, Steve. How about the VFW engagement? Blue Nile. A couple going there then.
Hell yeah.
How about
pull it together.
How about a boyfriend proposing to or a girlfriend proposing to a girlfriend? We don't care. Boyfriend. We're down with everything here.
I think we would.
Two pansexuals. I don't care. I'm an open mind.
I think most of the wedding engagement related activities that have taken place at Kirk Minahan live shows have favored one sexual preference. So we should probably get an alternative sexual preference.
Yeah. Do you think the VFW would be down with that? Right?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't care. You go to BlueNile.com, the original online jeweler. You customize the engagement ring. They'll make it happen. You heard the caller yesterday. We should just play him. I mean, that's what we should be playing. This guy said, whatever. If you'd reach out and talk to him, they would help him through the whole thing. You create your perfect ring. They craft it. Simple online tools that let you choose the diamond shape, size, and clarity, as well as setting style. Blue Nile's bench jewelers will then build your perfect ring. Each is one of a kind. So celebrate your love and life special moments with jewelry from BlueNile.com and the Kirk Minahan Show. Listeners get $50 off the first purchase over $500. Use code 30days, 30 days. That's code 30days, 30 days. Every order is insured, ships free, and arrives in discreet packaging. Won't give away what's inside. Shop stress-free and find your forever peace. Go to BlueNile.com today. BlueNile.com. Do that today. Thanks to them, of course, our great friends at Milton's, Simply Safe, and Omax CryoFreeze. Anything else, Steve?
Well, just to wrap up where we started today, last evening, I think Twitter kind of backed off and allowed traffic to go to the New York Post story.
Not today, right?
They're back this morning, and I
saw something.
The GOP minority on the House
that.
Judiciary Committee just took the story, copy pasted it, posted it.
What do they call it if you go there?
You have to go through like another link of unsafe, dangerous, hacked material, whatever. So Twitter is now effectively trying to censor or limit the spread or access to an official government website.
Seems reasonable, no? Problem with that?
It's like a declaration that they're their own sovereign power.
It's just absolutely insane. So that's a good point. Start where we end, and that's why you got to vote for one person for president, Jorgensen. Don't you think?
I think so. That's only fair. She's the only one who will. Her vision for a federal government is powerful enough to take on Twitter as a libertarian. Yeah.
I'm telling you, when I see these things like yesterday, I want to vote for Trump just because, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. It's a quandary.
Yeah, well, just donate some money and then you don't have to vote.
That's a good point.
We can set up a dark money group.
Maybe we'll do that. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.